We are back with another episode of Survivors of Tarnstead. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up we have Blackheart as
Kirik Marshk.
We have Kronos as
Archie O'Leary.
We have Hadden as
Tilda.
We have Marcus as
Corvus Adalas.
Sammy as
Gifton Brockgren Grayscale.
We have Tobias as
SBP is still shot.
You have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. Who'd like to give the recap?
I can do it.
Yeah, go for it.
Last time on Survivors of Tarnstead, we were dealing with the repercussions of what happened in space. The harrowing adventures of dealing with the Sphinx Initiative, Black Ops group, and all the terrible repercussions of that. Repercussions is a word we use a lot. We rode back down on our shuttlecraft. I believe it's called the Southwest Time. With our dear friend Stephen Keller. I'm not to be confused with Stephen Keller, or Stephen Keller. This is Demon Seaman. The most
Demon Keller.
Demon Keller. We rode with him back downward, having various arguments about science that Stephen cannot actually confirm because even though he knows we're wrong, he actually can't tell us why we're wrong. So yes, Demon. But he does know the fact that we are ignorant savages. He piloted us safely down. During that time, we talked a little bit. We got back down on the ground. When we landed, Raziel greeted us, informed us that the other group of Sphinx Initiative people had been pressing for a meeting, but Morgani told them to take a walk for a minute because other things are going on. We went inside, found Morgani with the 3 officers from the fancy Sphinx Initiative ship that was Anaya. They basically started to talk amongst about what was going to be done. There was a bit of a push that Haya should get to have a decision on it and not Morgani, because even though Morgani feels slighted, it is Haya who is the most slighted and it is her people. The party then was given gifts of what do you want from Morgani. Everybody picked kind of variously interesting things, some knowledge, some protection, some acts of good deed. Some of them used it for the opportunity to threaten another person. And then we went and had a sit down chat with the EM, the medical officer person. I can't actually remember the abbreviation right now.
CMO.
It was Commander Martha, or I think she was a lieutenant. Lieutenant Martha.
Lieutenant Martha O'Reilly.
Yes, Lieutenant Martha O'Reilly, who wanted to use her fancy doohickeys to do a check on all the Stevens to see how they were doing, especially given the fact that some of the Stevens we brought back, because we did pop over into the Feywild and bring back some Stevens that were not so good after Oberon had a chance to play with them. Oberon's acting a little weirder than usual, but like everything, we keep tabling it. Just keep repressing those feelings, everybody. And so we went ahead and moved on past that one real quick. Came back. Tried to deal with the Kellers, took her in. She realized it was all mostly mental. They've been through a lot of regeneration because apparently Oberon actually literally lit them on fire repeatedly. She also gave a health check on all of us after discussing the disease. We hope it was a health check. Corvus got a shot for an inoculation, and it was explained that Corvus has no mind in his brain pan because he has lots of cells or something floating through his body, like some sort of weird magic doohickey Corvus heads that are actually his mind, and explains why he's a little scatterbrained sometimes, because he's literally thinking out of every pore of his body at the same time. Which, you know, Corvus has got something new to figure out about. Great for him. Then we talked to Martha a little bit more, vaguely talked to some of her other people who weren't quite as good at talking to us. Then we went out to go talk to Hea, because we thought Hea should talk to Martha and talk to everybody and get to know what's all going on with the Stevens and everything like that. During that time, one had showed up, but one is now identifying themselves as we. We is a cool name. When spotting we, Martha freaked out a little bit, reached for her gun, which wasn't there, and she was like, "That's not an okay thing." Hea showed up. She was very upset. She wants justice and she wants to do things. She's not saying what those things are. She's never actually said what she wants to do for justice. She just wants to do. But it put at least Gifted on the back foot, and she started arguing for, hey, the Stevens are at least victims of this, because as far as Gifted can tell, the Stevens seem to be mostly victims of what happened. And she was asking for Martha to have her amnesty. No, it's not amnesty. What is it?
Asylum.
Asylum. I don't know why I said amnesty. It's an A word. So she asked for asylum. Hea didn't seem pleased about this. Gifton wanted to kind of hash through, well, we should talk about the other people. And Hea was like, they are mine. And then there was a little bit of push back and forth. And we got to a point where Hea announced that she felt like she had been abused. She felt that Gifton in particular had been picking them over her, and Gifted had a little bit of a break of, she's tired of forgiving people all the time for all the things that they do bad, because they just keep doing bad things, and there's more bad people, and she keeps bending over backwards to people who do bad things, and she's tired of it, but she can't stop forgiving them, and she wants to stop having to always forgive people. And we ended with Hea holding her hand out and saying, let us have justice, and waiting to see who does what.
Very nice. You would get a stand inspiration, but the fact is, you used the word amnesty because that is in fact the correct word for the situation. Asylum's been granted, sure, but she is asking forgiveness for misdeeds as well, so amnesty's correct.
Okay.
So take a heroic inspiration.
Oh, I was smart.
You get a smart point.
Oh, don't
Gifted
tell
read a dictionary.
don't tell the Morgani angels it's a lie.
No, you see, Gifton's player is smart.
Gifton's okay.
You're smarter than Gifton.
Gifton's above average, actually. That's about where I'm at.
I'm not convinced she's the least intelligent of the party members.
I have a 12. That's not bad.
I
Working with-
tire.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to pick up where we left off. Hea stands there, Gifton. Her words ringing in your mind. The look of almost pleading on her face.
Gifton doesn't hesitate. She just flaps up and hugs onto Hea's thumb.
Hea brings her hand in closer to her, her chest, bringing you closer to her. And you hear her let out a sort of sigh of relief, and then she just casts a glance over the rest of you, questioning.
I've already said what I want done with them, but I keep being overruled, so.
Carrick's gonna go over and stand next to Hea. I think in this case, your justice is what needs to be done here.
I will reiterate my question. To what end?
What it achieves or what I'm going to do with them.
The latter.
I don't know yet.
I cannot abide by eternal torment, even despite their trespasses against you.
She looks over to them. She slowly shakes her head. I've never agreed with the hells. Whatever I do, it will not be forever.
Will you allow me an opportunity to question each of them separately beforehand?
If you want to gain information, certainly. If it's to try and dissuade me, you can try. You'll have your chance.
Just nod to that. Not moving anywhere, but not showing any sign of resistance or anything.
I have no opinion what you need or need not to do. That is your choice to make. I will not deem to think that anything I say sway you one way or the other. You make your choice. Sans my opinions of you.
Looks from you, Corvus, to RG, and before RG speaks, she says, I don't think you all realize how much your opinions mean to me. Am I lesser in your eyes for demanding this?
No.
No,
No.
Absolutely not.
I'm only disappointed in myself if I made you think that I'd pick anyone else over you.
I expect you to pick what's right, not or who's pushing for an idea. This is right.
Sometimes justice needs to be taken in what form it needs to depends on the case. And this time you have been wrong.
Me and my people being victims ends today. Yeah, she looks over to Lieutenant O'Reilly and just goes, you will be serving a different penance. You have shown a willingness to assist. But you two, try and answer them in a ways that might abate my fury. And she is just going to hold you close to her for a brief second, Gifton, before sort of holding her hand out to release you.
Okay, I'm gonna put her back down to the ground.
I'll give you a day with them. Does that suffice, Today?
It's just the two, right?
There's 3 officers. 2 of them are being essentially,
Hand it off to Hayes.
yeah.
Yeah.
CMO, guy who hates us, the communications person.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yes, will nod.
She just turns on heel.
Should we have any of your priestesses come to? I know you can just take them, but your people should feel involved, right?
I will think about this.
I just want to do right by every part of you.
She seems to lower her shoulders for a little bit, letting out a slow breath, or picking herself back up and just nodding. I'll think about this. And with that, she steps away from you all and vanishes into a welling of sand. The officer in the middle, the guy, looks like he's steeled himself. His jaw's set, more anger than fear on his face. The younger woman, the communications officer, though, looks petrified. She's looking at all of you and going, I'll help. I'll give you whatever you need. I'm not. She looks at the guy standing beside her and like deliberately like takes a couple of steps away from him. I'll be helpful.
Your case needs to be put to chaos. We have intervened enough.
You can't let her take me.
That was your chance to be helpful then. Tell me everything.
She nods rapidly, stepping towards you. The male officer actually steps forward and sort of grabs her forearm as she does, and he hisses her and goes, "Don't demean yourself before them. They're not going to let up on us, so why give them anything at all? You don't know that. She's supposed to be merciful, so this is to scare us, right?" She yanks her arm out of his grasp and now hurries towards you, Toadie.
I'm just going to stand straight, looking. I have a hard time saying looking stern because I don't really have.
So you're looking
facial
impassive
expressions?
like Tilde?
Quick, cast disguise self so you have
Do you get
the ability to make.
get a Sharpie out, drawing some ever so slightly raised eyebrows, angled?
I don't believe that any of us have Sharpies,
I was just saying,
unfortunately.
I do have googly
However,
eyes that I got out of
Don't think that's gonna help.
Might have magnets that have like a bar on them. We should probably invest in those.
The Sphinx
Maybe it's
initiatives might have Sharpies.
The Stevens might. Okay, but anyway, so you're not emoting with your body language in any way to be
I
agreeable.
guess it may look like more of a stern posture,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's not like I'm about to attack anybody.
Okay. Alright, do you want to take them all back inside?
It's always just on a dad stance.
Let's take them all back inside. I'm gonna let Tilde talk to them. I think somebody's at my door, so
Okay.
I might be AFK a second.
You can escort the three of them back in. Do you want to separate them, Tilde? Are you keeping them together? What are you doing?
As we go inside, there's the, I don't want to say stoner guard, but that is the best description that was coming to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still them just inside the
Oh,
building
yeah.
then?
An
Is there an empty
immediate.
room that I may be able to use?
Yeah. Yeah, plenty.
Apologies, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Where is the nearest empty room that I can use?
It's just sort of gestures to the room that Morgani had, dominated not too long ago.
Right, yeah, they emptied out of that room and went into a different room when we collected them. Okay. I will turn to the others because for some reason I'm assuming I'm the one in front. Just please take the other two. I will bring this one back to you when I've completed the discussion.
Okay, Tilde. Well, just head
Let's go back in.
out of character because I'm suddenly drawing a blank. Where were we? Were we keeping them separate from the?
They were in the room with Morgani
colors?
at one. We were keeping separate for the colors, yeah.
Yes.
We're keeping them separate from the colors.
You could guess that they probably were being kept deeper in the building until Morgani showed up and wanted to, interrogate them herself. But yes, you can separate the communications officer off from the other two.
I actually want to separate Martha off as
Okay, do you want to just split them into a group, individuals?
Individuals. I am going to unfortunately make the suggestion. Corvus, do you mind going around with Martha to check on all the Stevens, maybe? She only got to see like 3 of them.
Certainly.
Make sure that they're all in good condition. Martha, I assume you understand with your position that I'm affording you a little bit of room.
I
And
fully understand.
Don't make me misjudge it.
She
Cassie, do you want to go with them, or do you want to stay here and help us watch this guy?
Let's stay here and watch this guy.
Okay.
I want him to act out.
Just don't say that out in the open.
Jesus
I
Christ.
mean, she's
Lords and
kind of
ladies.
been saying this the whole
Lords
time.
and ladies,
so-
Cassie. Hey, what was she saying?
Martha's stepping in towards you, Gifton. As in, like, I want to have a quieter word.
Okay, I will flit up to her shoulder.
Yeah. Whilst the male officer, Cathy, looks over to you and goes, "You're going to be disappointed, barbarian. No matter what fate awaits, I'm not going to break my composure."
Oh,
You're a bit of an asshole, huh?
I'm just going to enjoy watching you squirm. And by the way, barbarian's the wrong term for me nowadays.
Yeah, it might be a bit of an arsehole to the people that are threatening to unravel time itself.
I don't know. I'm kind of convinced from how you acting like this with everyone and just justify it. But
He just like gives a little eye roll and just resumes just staring straight ahead. Where do you want to take him?
Do you want to take him into that one room with the table that they were all at one point?
I see. You just want to find separate rooms.
Just a
Yeah, I
room.
was gonna say I was
Yeah.
gonna
Just take him
turn
to
to
a
the
room.
guard and go,
Who's
"Where's the next empty?"
gonna go bodyguard him? Because Cassie's going, and is it Carrick and Argy or Carrick or
I'll
Argy?
go.
Who's gonna? Because I'll eventually join them, but
I'll
'cause-
go with
Corvus
the
is
guard
just
to
waiting
watch
down the
him.
hallway.
I'm trusting the medical lady with Corvus. That
Yeah,
only end in bloodshed.
Yeah. While he's throwing those little jabs back and forth with them, Martha is actually leaning into you and going, "You seem to have some sway with her. I'm not asking you to abate their fate, but please don't let her use that creature on them."
What? We's not for that. We's for helping Madness.
Where I came from, those things turned into a scourge of torment. They still pop up from time to time, sequestered on floating freighters and...
She wouldn't do that. She made them to be like me. She wouldn't make something like me to hurt people.
She actually gives you a bit of a sad look and goes, "You have to be aware that her intent is not always her results. Especially as time goes on."
Well, I trust my daughter. But I will do my best. I don't think she's good at punishment, either am I. We're not used to it. It hurts her to do this kind of thing, I think. She's a good girl. She's big and powerful, but that doesn't mean she's not sweet. Tender.
Good people trying to show that they're not can do some awful things.
I think we've all been through a lot of awful stuff lately. But
Right. Thank you for your
it'll be
time.
okay. I don't wish harm on anyone, you know that.
Yeah, she just purses her lips in a sort of grim smile before sort of moving over to move with Corvus.
Okay, I'll flit off her shoulder.
Mhm.
Okay, maybe you don't know that. I'm reading that body language. I say.
Right.
I'm gonna go join everybody with bodyguarding Jerkwagon.
Jetwagon.
That's what Jerkwagon is
Yeah.
the guy who doesn't talk.
Okay, so is it just going to
I'm
be
your Jerkwagon.
Telday alone with the communications officer?
I think that's what he preferred. So
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, I'm not outside of the initial ask for the others to take care of it. I'm not putting up any. Nobody can follow me, but
You're not also not asking.
Give off vibes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm respecting the fact that you asked for this, and I'm letting you have it. So.
All right.
I asked for this.
I was just saying the definition of you asked for this makes it sound like bad things are gonna happen.
No, I mean, he specifically asked to have more time to talk to them, so I'm respecting the boundary of this was something that meant something to him, and I wasn't looking for it. I'm just riding this out.
All right. Okay. Telday, you end up alone with the communications officer. She's sort of. Do you have a sit? Do you have a? How are you handling this?
If it is possible, then I will have us both sit in chairs. If there's a table, I'll use it, but otherwise, we can do the classic interrogation. 2 chairs a few feet apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then just that's it.
Yep. Well, there's.
I'll take out my book and my pen as well.
Okie dokie. Right. Yeah, she sits in the chair, fidgeting across from you. You are able to set up a table if you so wish. Good to have something to actually write on, surface-wise. And she's just giving you a deer in headlights look.
I will not be hurting you.
Yeah, of course, right.
But I would like to know everything.
Everything. Okay. I'm Ensign Elisa Cullen, Communications Officer of the Corsair, in 15537894. I've been serving on board for a few months now. Real time, ship time. We were given this mission about a month ago, our time, and mostly prep time, gathering up assets, and my primary role has been in relaying communications from the incoming calls from command to the captain, and from the captain down to the surface operatives.
So all orders went through you.
Yes, sir.
You knew the content of these orders, not simply encrypted in any form.
I was in charge of encryption, sir.
So you did know the extent of what you were passing on.
She seems very hesitant to answer. Yes, sir.
What was the first offensive action taken?
In our course or within your time frame?
Just gonna do that thing where you stare at that person, waiting for them to continue talking?
Our first offensive action was to be an interception. However, we failed to locate you in time. We had deployed assets down to the storm-swept city of Tulia in your own time period, before you entered to meet the Sphinx Initiative. Unfortunately, we were too late. The Sphinx ways seem to have already been compromised, and We lost 3 operatives.
Slightly angles head as a curiosity, writes down a few things on the open page. Is trying to keep the book. It's not like I'm crowding over it to cover it up, but out of easy sight, so she doesn't necessarily see what I am, in fact, writing.
Then I think, but she takes a deep gulp. Then we were tasked with setting contingency measures before making any direct attempts on your group.
Contingencies. What parameters were you given?
We set up devices to enable us to have leverage over you if things didn't go according to plan.
Elaborate.
We ordered operatives. The captain. She closes her eyes. Operatives were ordered to set demolition charges at various locations throughout the Tulian city.
Continuing to write. Are there specific locations
Yes.
that you know of?
Yes. And she sort of like motions for your pen and pad, or and it's coordinates. It's easy if I.
We'll turn the page, take out the next page
Mhm.
from the book, put the paper down, put the pen in front.
She really quickly starts to scribble things down. You have a ship, right, with a computer. To understand what these coordinates mean.
Yeah.
Okay. She quickly slides the piece of paper back across to you, and it is just lines of different numbers.
How were these coordinates chosen?
I'm not privy to the decisions of command, but based on our scans and the populations of the areas, I think to cause the most distress.
Picking the book and the pen back up, putting the paper in, kind of trying to put it back in the same spot it was in, as you can try with such a book.
Mhm.
Flipping back to the previous page, scribbling a few more things in. So, when you say command, that would be the orders that you relayed, not the captain.
The captain was aware of these orders. I relayed them from command to him, and of course, once they were sent down to the operatives.
I'm just looking to confirm so we have no misunderstandings.
You've got to, I'm involved in a lot of things because I don't. It's just because I have to be. Communications across time periods are notoriously bad for data loss, and it's a specialized skill set to clear up temporal messages.
Set the pen into the middle of the book, close the book for a moment, and just look up at her.
I don't want to die.
No one does. What were you told about your mission here, its purpose?
That we were trying to save everything.
And your objective?
To bring about such retaliations that the main body of the Sphinx Initiative would be forced to intervene directly instead of negotiate, and to secure, if possible, those deemed to be of vital importance to a stable timeline.
Within my group or otherwise?
Gifton Greysteel and Corvus Adalas.
Let us change what we are speaking about. What is your favorite dessert?
I'm sorry?
Your favorite dessert. You enjoy food, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
That did not help.
I guess I lemon meringue.
And you enjoy music?
Yeah.
Tell me about your favorite song.
I don't have a. Like, does anyone have a favorite song? Right? Like, I've got a top 10 maybe that any day you ask it could change.
How many of these types of missions have you attended to?
It's my second.
And your previous mission? Tell me about that.
My previous mission was to secure a item from another timeline. I can't say much because they just refer to it as the item in Communique, but it was essentially a hit and run against another organization. It was quick and easy.
And the parameters given for that mission, to what capacity were you allowed to commit violence or such acts?
We are always given all leeway to do whatever is deemed necessary. If there are targets that are not to be harmed, they are listed within mission parameters.
And everyone else is
Replaceable.
Ah.
Fixable.
Open the book, write a few things, and do you have a family?
She looks aside and goes, just my father.
So I understand time is a problematic discussion for this point, but he's still alive at this point.
She nods.
But no children?
She shakes her head.
Do you know how many children there are in this city?
Approximately.
Do you know how many children were endangered by your actions?
She closes her eyes and just hangs her head with a ever so slight nod.
Were Stephen Kellers given the command to attempt any actions against children specifically?
We were ordered to set up devices near, you're familiar with the nursery complexes?
Nodding.
At least 2 of them were to be targeted.
How many forms of insubordination were there during this mission?
A substantial amount. Far more coercion had to be used than previous records show.
Outside of Stephen Kellers, did anyone else register any form of complaint about their actions?
She nods.
Who?
The chief engineer, the CMO launched a formal objection, although not a lot. I think it was just a notation, really. The captain of, well, you said not the Kellers, I guess he counts, so.
Are you privy to the exact details of the complaints?
She shakes her head and goes, they were sealed and to be opened and sent only when the mission was over. Its parameters, complaints are not to disrupt the runnings of the current mission.
Is it possible that there were complaints you are not privy to?
I suppose if they weren't filed in the system, placed directly to the captain or something like that, I wouldn't. If it was off the
Again,
record.
I'm seeking just to clarify. It is okay to say that you do not know.
I don't know.
But you did not file any complaints.
She just shakes her head.
Why are you here?
I she looks a little panicked, dancing about.
Fine, forget that question for the moment. Why did you join the Sphinx Initiative?
They do good work, and I there were people I knew that worked for them, and they seemed so proud of what they did, and then a look of guilt crosses her face, and she just goes, and their lives are just so good afterwards.
After finishing their time with the Sphinx Initiative.
Nods. I understand you. When you join them, you can become stasis locked. You don't age while you serve, and then what you earn sets you up for the rest of your life.
Tell me about your world, then.
I mean, it's your world in a way, I guess. So much more, so much bigger. It's
Do the gods still exist?
she nods a bit. Most of them, but they're distant now.
Are you confined to this one? I'm not sure my culture has the correct word for it.
World.
Nod.
No, I mean, there's territories. Some places you kind of shouldn't go, but travel the stars.
Your form of government, kings.
The elected leaders, presidents. Depends where you go. There's one royal institute still, but it's a small nation. Most move beyond that kind of thing.
The types of peoples. My people. Giftins.
Both still around, although yours not in great number. Although it's there is a lot of debate on what is a warforged. Is does it have to be the same method of creation as you? In which case, there's maybe one or two of you left, but your kind goes on to make others through kind methods, and those carry on the legacy. And people think of those as warforged, and then there was the those that were created and programmed, then gained sentience. Are they warf? It's a complicated identity thing.
But dwarves and elves and tieflings and all.
Yes. Dwarves, elves, kitsune, tieflings, Asimir, they're all over the place.
And the poor. Do they still exist?
To an extent, there's a bottom, she sort of gestures, like, people aren't allowed to starve, they aren't allowed to go cold. But space is a premium. And some people have more wealth than others and can have more space than others, can have more luxuries.
So a hierarchy is maintained.
She nods. I just wanted
Go on.
freedom to do what I wanted to do. This seemed like a good way to get it.
So is that why you are here?
I scored highest on a lot of my classes, including temporal communication, and something in my psych eval. I was approached. She just sort of does a sort of helpless hand gesture. And if I thought I could earn a lot through a normal career with the Sphinx Initiative, it seemed like nothing compared to what they were offering me once I was done here.
Have you ever met a sphinx?
She shakes her head.
How long were you on that ship again?
About 4 months.
And in the entire time that you were on that ship, no anomalies from it?
Oh,
What were you told about how it functions?
we were told that it was the only one of its kind because it's so expensive and so difficult to do.
Do you know who designed it?
Yeah. At least I saw the name on ship's plaque a whole bunch of times. Um, she sort of runs her hand through her head. Jack Alexander, something like that.
What else do you think I need to know?
Oh. Right. The angel Turiel. No. Puriel. Um, we've had lots of contact with her. She's been given information and equipment. Um, uh, the guy I'm with, right? The Lieutenant Dorvan, and guys, I know the fucking name is one of your EQ names. It came up on my random name generator a couple of weeks ago, and I
Why?
kept it.
That's because it's
Yeah.
the questioner's name.
Yes, Lieutenant Dorvan. He was in charge of outfitting her. He's a temporal ops. It's a specialized role. What can be disseminated, what equipment can be given out and retrieved, disrupting without causing too much disruption.
Are records kept of that?
Yeah, but they were on the ship's databanks.
That may not be an issue.
But they were in communication with her a few times. There was even a transporter pad set up on one of the mountaintops on the continent to the east of this one. A lot of the communication with her was in person, but I know they thought her important.
Did you work with Michael long?
Michael was there before me, so yeah, 4 months.
Friendly? Small talk?
She wasn't mean, but I don't know, she's uncomfortable to be around. Like, even for, a commanding officer, she was angry. But she kept it in check. It was always mission first.
So the hierarchy had her directly below the captain then?
She nods.
Do you view personnel files?
Only what's available to view. A lot of information about us is locked. I mean, even my own files, I can't see everything, even though it's my file.
You don't poke around, prod to find out who you're working with?
I mean, only like a bit. You casually, you just look at what you can, and you don't push too much, right?
Shrug.
Like I said, I just wanted to serve and out. I want to make waves.
Were you told about the consequences of your actions?
Not in any like direct way, but Captain would always be saying, we can't mess this one up, or it was always unspoken, It was there.
Given your current situation, what is it that you are asking for from me?
She looks down again, biting her lip, and you can actually just see tears welling up in her eyes now. I don't want to die, but what is she gonna?
Tell me more about your life outside of the Sphinx Initiative, outside of your temporal communications knowledge.
She
What do you do?
She wipes her eyes on her uniform sleeve. I mean, a lot of it was study. You don't get top grades without work, right? But I mean, Dad ran a little music store which I helped out in now and then. I was in a band for a little bit, but things got in the way, and we lived in just one of the Hablocks. Not going to mean anything to you. A large communal building, not a lot of space for the individual. I mean, our place, she's just sort of like motions around the room, maybe about this size in total.
Are you hoping to go back?
Really like to, but not going to happen, is it?
I am not going to make you any promises. You attacked a goddess's people, put many of them at extreme
I
risk.
didn't know. It wasn't me doing it.
You are a communications officer. You have admitted that you were integral in communicating these orders. You have given me large amounts of information about what actions were being taken. You knew.
I didn't do anything about it.
No, you didn't. Going to stand up and close the book?
The head just
What
hangs.
does that say about you?
He doesn't reply.
Going to turn and exit the room and see if there's anybody nearby.
All the party listening in.
So how'd that go, huh?
Pardon?
Yeah. Talking to the girl.
Is that the stoner guard?
It's the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guard, I will watch the door if you will get one of my compatriots.
He just slowly nods. It's like, yep, that sounds agreeable.
Wait, is he stoned?
No, he's
No.
not stoned.
No,
No,
he just,
but it's just the easiest.
Then he blinks a few
Imagine
times,
this.
and he goes, oh, what now? Right, okay.
Yeah, fuck it up.
He stands up straight and moves down the hallway.
No, I was gonna say, fuck it. As he starts to walk away, he's just gonna hear from a door frame a little ways down. Just, you don't have to bother. And Archie's just gonna step out.
Right, so you went in with the rest of them.
No, I was saying that one day when Archie broke off and basically sat in the hall waiting, she
Okay.
didn't hear the conversation, but that way if shit happened close
Right.
by to.
Oh, I
jump
didn't
in.
know you sat in the hallway. I thought you stayed with us.
Okay, well,
I was saying fuck it that way if you're
I've-
looking for somebody.
well, good to know that you're not with them. Okay, so we're going to go back a little bit because that's a time period that you guys had with, Lieutenant McDickinson.
Lieutenant Richard.
Yeah. So the male officer, you can sequester him in a room, which you try and get him to take a seat, or you just like holding him. How are you guys handling him?
As far as I'm concerned, you can walk around the room. I don't think there's anything in here you can use as a weapon.
No.
I figure we're just kind of hanging out in the same room with him to make sure he
Mhm.
doesn't run.
In that case, he'll just like take a seat and presume that you can tell there's that like he looks pissed off that this is all happening to him. You got to imagine there's a degree of anxiety beneath it. Like you catch him occasionally, like fingers pursed together, thumbs twiddling. But he seems to be trying to like hold a certain degree of composure.
Mhm.
A lot of not meeting people's gazes. Did you guys want to talk to him, talk amongst each other, or do you all just sort of stay in silence with him for a while?
I'm playing a whistling game with Dingus.
Oh no.
Okay, so this man trying to maintain composure facing his potential death, and you just hear, wee!
Beep,
Wee!
beep, 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 beep.
Dingus cannot whistle, so he's just going, wee!
That's why I said we're playing a whistling game where he makes a sound and then I try to whistle.
Uh-huh.
My God.
I think this is
I'm-
worse.
I mean, I will say, out of character, I think this is awful that Gifton's doing this,
Uh-huh.
but I feel like it is appropriate.
No, it's
It's appropriate for Gifton.
At one
so
point,
she's-
Dingus tries to do a noise, but it just comes out as a sort of like really loud honk. And then he sort of like spits up a little bit of phlegm.
Oh,
Actually, when he does the honk, Cass is just going to turn and look at him and go, "Bless you."
Mimi?
God, he's part
Oh,
goose
baby,
now.
you got sick? Are you cold?
I almost said
Mimi?
I almost said Mimi in reply.
You said Mimi?
Which is terrible because I wasn't trying to vocalize reply from him. I was trying to describe what he was doing. So, yeah.
You were vocalizing what Dingus was doing. Which
Yeah.
is Mimi, Mimi, Mimi.
He sort of like looks himself over as if like that's how he analyzes how hot he is. For like just bobbing his head, which might look like an affirmative, but gives he's not cold.
It's okay. I'm gonna go into my saddlebag, get a little blankie out,
Mhm.
and then put it over him.
Yeah, he just like you get like wing fold over.
Yeah.
Alright.
Better.
Okay. All right, you're all dwelling in there.
I mean, I'm doing my best because I know this guy doesn't want to talk, and I don't want to dig into him because
Mhm.
I'll feel bad.
Right. The chief medical officer with Corvus. You both continue back down to the Kellers. I believe that's where you were going, right?
Yep.
And she.
Corvus still has his whole head face mask thing on too. He hasn't
Okay.
taken it off.
She's gonna sort of gesture at you and go. So, what's with the old timey? I mean, even at this point in your history, that sounds a favor, isn't it?
Yes.
It's just like being
But
spooky.
Something that I admired.
Ah.
Something I looked up to.
Those that press forward, not understanding what they were fighting, but finding means to protect themselves nonetheless, to help others,
Yes.
or the spooky bit.
Both.
I love Martha.
Well, you'll probably be happy to know that it is an image that still resounds in my day and age.
That's good to know.
There was a while where it was purely the domains of horror, but it came back into popularity a bit as, people... It's cycles, something becomes scary, then people go, but this is what was really behind it, and people go, wow, that's uplifting. It becomes commonplace, then people want to deconstruct it and turn it scary. She just sort of like throws her hands up and is like, media.
It was the intention of what I wanted to use it as.
What, a media cycle?
No. I wanted to be that, but I also wanted to have the fear still appropriate.
Mm.
And
But maybe it's your fault it became a scary image.
Oh, maybe.
Right, so, are you going to get annoyed if I start treating people and trying to tell you how we're doing it?
No.
Good. In that case, you're going to learn some things that you likely shouldn't, but at this point, she just sort of like throws her hands up. I don't really care now.
What would you be treating them by? What's wrong?
That's what we're finding out. You see, we analyze and, inspect our patients to determine what, if anything, is wrong before we apply treatments. Shocking, I know. She just pats you on the back.
This is where Corvus should feel insulted, but he's still processing what she said.
No, not shock.
So, you'll probably be glad to know that there are still some practices from today that hold up. You have to take pulse, yes?
Take pulse?
Pulse.
Pulse, yes.
Okay. Show me your medical bag. And,
Corvus will unshoulder his
parts.
his satchel.
Right. Corvus, this is going to be a weird experience where, like, some of the things she's like going, okay, put that on. You're going to use that stethoscope. Good. Even if yours is a old-timey direct stethoscope. But some of the things she like makes clear sounds of disgust at.
It works.
Yes, with a high degree of potential infection and fatality. Okay. Right, and
at least I don't use leeches.
Don't use what?
Leeches.
I mean, you say that, but there are a couple of breeds of leeches out in the galaxy that are really, really good at what they do.
Oh, okay. I don't have the galaxy at my fingertips.
And then you go, what is a galaxy?
Wait, what? What is that? A place?
It's a big place. We'll get to that. All right, and
1 second. Ich habe ein Matto. And he takes off the hat, and it's just his face again. He takes off the mask. He buckles the mask onto his coat.
See? You're actually fairly handsome underneath that. Much friendlier face, although you've got some very scowly lines.
It's a common expression with me.
Right then, let's get to work, nurse.
Okay.
I remember when I was the nurse.
That may have been what he was remembering in that pause.
The master has become the apprentice.
Right, Corvus.
Yep.
Are you actually going to try and pay attention to what she's doing?
Yep.
Right. Corvus, do you have expertise in medicine yet?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, you are going to instead have advantage on all medicine rolls.
Oh, okay.
You're actually going to get an education far in advance. Right.
Sweet.
So, Zelde, the guard outside just points down to RG. Goes, that lady.
I love it.
Good.
I love it.
Just a quick question
Mhm.
with the Kellers. How many Kellers are present?
I think at this point in time you have. I think there's only like 9 or 10 left.
And what are their general...
You're asking me a thing that I've got to find my notes on.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I thought there was originally like 20 of them.
There are.
And there were
not everybody got.
3 of them were in the Feywild, and we got them back.
Mhm.
And we have the one demon, Steven. 2 were dead.
More have died than you guys are aware of.
Technically,
Yeah, 'cause they lost 3 in the other mission.
Technically, 3 had died, but Demon Steven came back.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then I have worries about Demon Steven.
But yeah, more have actually had stuff happen to them than you guys are aware of. So yeah, you have 10 Stevens.
Okay.
Is that including Demon Steven and the other 3?
That's not including Demon Steven. That is including Prisoner Steven. I'm sort of including Demon Steven around amongst your lot now.
So
The
it's
11.
It's 7 in one. Oh, okay. So it's 8 in one room and 3 in the other.
Of the Stevens under the medical attention of myself and the CFO,
DMO.
what are their reactions to Corvus as he goes to each one of them? Is it all unison, or is there different degrees?
Oh, there's a bit of variation. One thing that seems to be most common amongst the group is a bit of good-natured, like, joking at their own expense. Like, every couple you go up to, you hear the, "Tell me, Doc, is it fatal?" The moment you do anything with them. But their reactions do vary a bit. One's a little more sudden, one's a bit more gruff. Basically just little attitude adjustments that come from different life experiences.
One of them's weirdly
However-
wearing a bandana on his head. Looks like he's trying to be Rambo for some reason.
None of them react to you with any recognition or anything, if that's what you're trying to find out.
Yeah. They're all sort of reacting how somebody in a medical ward would react. Just kind of
This is Steven with a mustache.
happy-go-lucky. Tell me what's
Got a
the
mustache.
worst.
There is a sense. In fact, just give me an insight check. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Right. You can see that there is a lot of humor or other such methods being used to mask like fear and apprehension. Some of these believed that they had families waiting for them that they now might fear are potentially lost. They've also been informed that that's nonsense because one of the Stevens found out and they do talk. Yeah, there's this sort of like air of we don't really know what's happening. This is scary, but chin up, right?
Who's the most sort of open, not sort of reserved?
Oh, that would be Stephen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Steven.
Corvus-
Not Steven, though. Leave Steven alone.
Corvus will.
The most actually generally open and reserved is Demon Steven, but if you mean like from the more newcomer Stevens, we're gonna call Big Bicep Steven.
Big bicep Steven.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is this like
Steven looks a bit more built.
Popeye?
No.
Okay, Popeye.
No, he's just a little bit more ripped. Like, looks like he's either done a lot of manual labor or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is he also the Steven who skipped leg day?
Yes.
Okay.
Steven. Gonna have to...
You hear a chorus of yes from around you.
No, I'm just what I'm standing right in.
I'm sorry. I
front
want to talk to Mr. Keller. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what is it, Doc?
Stevens, please stand up.
I have a question. Out of curiosity.
I'm afraid I don't know which way the needle goes.
Oh, right. I should be injecting myself with most of this morphine, shouldn't I?
Sounds like a good day.
I actually have a personal question,
Oh, shoot.
if you don't mind.
Don't tell Corvus shoot. Don't tell Corvus shoot.
Your family name.
Keller, yeah?
Yeah. Do you know much about the colors?
But as in like family tree?
Yeah.
Like I know that a bunch of us went off to settle another colony. A few of us stayed behind. That was 4 generations ago. Bit of a schism in the family, but beyond that, like my grandfather went on about it all the time. But beyond my parents, my grandparents. Yeah, he's just sort of like waves his hands as like, don't really, never interested.
Not really interested in
What's in the-
where you originally came from.
Oh, you like this? I never worried about it because it was in the past.
Well, lo and behold, you're in the past.
Yeah. Oh, do you reckon there's a ancestor? Oh, I mean, yeah, there is an ancestor, right, of mine running around at some point.
Yeah.
Might not be a killer, but oh shit.
No,
No, he's a killer.
there's I imagine there are ancestors of you, of your family, here in Sahar or Barast or Hexenreich.
Sahar?
I mean, who knows?
I'm pretty sure there ain't no Drow or Knoll or whatever genes in this family, but
Did you just slap your bicep, you?
yeah.
Right.
This is 100% human meat right here.
I've always wondered
Oh.
if there might be a little bit of dwarf in us, though.
Oh no, he's part Druger.
All that
Dude,
hair.
Well, thank you for humoring me with that. Just curious.
Oh,
Of,
gotta keep your
were you-
humours in check, right?
yes. It's more of just seeing where you all come from, your family stories.
Hey, anyone else take an interest in their family history? He just sort of looks, shouts around the room.
I'm open to anything that you have to say. You're all unique in that.
Which we're gonna give this a chance.
Yeah.
I will say, hilarious thing. I was just looking at my notes, and I know I was like totally freaking out about hair color. It was actually Hair Fisher and Hair Becker. So, but it'd still be fun to find out where they're from.
Nope, there are just a bunch of like shaking heads. One of the killers you might hear probably looks like a nerd.
And Sammy, I did look back in my notes too.
Yeah,
I was disappointed.
I know. It clicked in my head so well, and I was like,
But I
"Oh,
wanted to run with it.
I
because
really enjoyed.
the idea of it." Yeah.
Well, I also really enjoyed the assumption.
Yeah, it was like this moment of like fever dream of, oh my god, it's that. Then I was like,
No, it's
I was
not.
like, this is why I always doubt myself when I start
See,
having conspiracy
when you
theories.
told
Oh my
me,
god, it's
I
that.
had-
Why is you doing nothing with this?
Yeah. No, Sammy told me, and I immediately had a breakdown about that. And
I
then I
know.
looked at my notes.
Really, you having a breakdown about it and me
Yeah.
being wrong still made it right. So I'm
Right,
okay
yeah.
with it.
But I did look at my notes, like Sammy did also, and I didn't want to say anything that, no, that's wrong. It was Fisher and Becker.
yeah.
But I just kind of rolled with it with Corvus because it was just kind of unique to
Corvus has a
It
habit
is.
of misremembering. It
He
seems,
does,
yeah.
He does, and he's like sitting there going, "Tell me about your family background," because he also might be being suspicious of the family anyway, because you
Yeah.
know, there's time travel. Gonna
There's a
happen.
lot of them for some fucking reason.
Well, also
besides
this is
them
going to be
being-
this is also going to cause a weird problem in time. Maybe
Yeah.
there's a bunch of them.
The killer in front of you actually sort of snaps his fingers together and points at you and goes, "Grandfather paradox."
You have me on that one.
Oh no, the killers are their own grandfather.
So it's like a classic story of like you go back in time, right? And you
Yeah.
meet your grandmother or something, and you fuck her, and then your kid is your dad.
So you just create your own family.
Yeah.
You are the grandfather that talked endlessly
But then-
about his family.
But then, where did you come from?
Yeah.
One of the killers near him just looks at him and goes, "It's a really crass way of putting it. It's something to worry about, right? What if we are our own ancestors? Oh no.
Well, as you all have existential dread, and that is something that I am very versed in prescribing to people. Hello, Stephen.
Okay. Alright. You are able to go ahead and treat them. you're going to be kept behind a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because this will take some time.
Yeah.
All right. Zelde, you and RG have been united by the Precious Guard.
Yes, his powers of observation astound me.
You guys, you want me to watch that door?
Yes, I suppose you can go back to watching the door. RG, if you would keep the ensign company.
Sure.
Okay.
Don't need to interrogate her or anything. She is quite distraught at the moment.
RG, you walk in and yeah, quite short. It's a good descriptor. She's like, yo, you know the silent sobbing. Just head down, shoulders shaking. Zelde, you're going to.
I'm going to go try and find somebody else in the party.
Remarkably,
because
everybody but Corvus is in one room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunately, they split off, and then I didn't know where they were
you were
going. So...
looking a little, lost there.
Do you know where the others are?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they stuck together. Kind of unusual for you lot, really, isn't it?
You have no idea.
Oh no, I do. Watched you, coming and going a bit. Got some idea. Yeah.
So their location.
Oh, yeah. Just down the hall, like near where your friend was. Away there. Yeah.
How much longer is your shift?
He actually pulls out a pocket watch, and about 3 hours.
It ended like 2 hours ago.
Why did you ask? You
I just
wanna
assumed that all
socialize
this work
after?
may have been getting you tired.
Oh no, energized.
Right.
Attentive as a snake.
Well, don't worry. Rogue Angel certainly isn't going to be bursting through that door and attempting to kill you with future weapons anytime soon.
Hope not.
Going to head down the hall.
Okay. Okay. You are able to go into the room where everybody else is with the other officer. Wow, whistling.
Sorry.
In the meanwhile, while RG walked in, she just basically walked in, put her feet up on the table, just pulled a decanter, and the swan just go, thirsty.
There's a teary shaking of head.
You hungry?
A little nod.
RG's gonna pull it. I think I'm still
Straight up bacon.
Bacon!
Not the bacon!
I don't have the bacon. I got rid of the bacon.
The bacon was incinerated.
Don't think you have anything right now.
Yeah, I don't think I do actually.
Yeah.
She could've
Hungry?
saved bacon.
That's a shame.
I
don't
know
to see about that.
Too.
Hungry.
Oh,
Radio.
you fair too, but I think it all got burned up around the point I got incinerated because of the whole future disease thing.
Oh. Okay.
No.
Totally radio that they need to bring food.
I mean, I think we still have the telic thing. So.
It's probably been over an hour.
Yeah, nah, it's gone by now.
Oh, I don't think it's an hour. I thought it was longer than that.
Yeah, and we haven't
Yeah,
had
that's
a time for me to sit and ritual cast it again, so.
I'll do it. We'll do it and go, hey, when someone gets a chance, could you bring you're a comm officer, right? A bit of food? I would, but I don't have any.
Everyone gets that over the radio.
Uh,
Except for me, my radio's
Oh.
gone.
Oh, yeah.
Mine's in the
was on the
box.
radio. Sorry, I had to step away for a sec.
Argy was asking one of us to bring food to the comm officer. Think there's enough here. I'll go grab something and take it over to him.
Hey, you want food, buddy? Something to drink? Water? Do they drink water in the future?
Just that continued look ahead. His eyes do shift a little bit when Talday enters the room.
Do you drink liquid?
The slow talk is great.
There's that brief, like, his eyes don't roll, but there's that, like, little glance upwards of, like, oh, God, take me.
I'm gonna go find some place to get some food.
All right, I'm gonna try again.
I figure I know where that is.
In
since we've been here for a little bit.
Noranese, very slowly. Do you drink water? When that doesn't work, I'm swapping to Goliath.
Screaming!
Oh, no. Go
Good.
ahead. I was going to say, is there any indication from what we can see of him, what ethnicity he might possibly be?
Oh, yes. He has, actually something that's fairly uncommon for you guys to see. His skin tone isn't quite as dark as some of the Hethosians you've seen. It's not as light as a bunch of the Baratheons you've seen. It's somewhere in between. His hair as well, there's like some ever so slight hints of sort of that Baratheon redheadedness, but it is mostly dark cold.
Wait, are you saying the Brassians are the redheaded stepchildren?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we've always been the redheaded.
You didn't realize this?
Dingus, take this water. Take this water skin over to them, okay?
All
Ding-
the redheads.
Dingus,
none of them are-
Takes the water skin in his drawers, looks over at the man, looks at you. He will scamper over towards the man and just it at his feet.
Dingus.
I can't remember. Do I have
Water.
What's
to
that?
cook here? Is it? Do you cook here? Or is this auto prepared food? I can't remember.
What in the Formirian place?
Yeah.
This is
They-
a magical
they've-
mansion, so it's whatever they've done. This is not our place.
It'd be conjured food.
Okay. I'm gonna then conjure and head. Because I figure I know where that is, because that would have been something I would have found when we were in here originally.
It was for the party, so you probably can go find it, I
Yeah.
guess.
Which Carrick, you would have.
Unfortunately, it's going to be like snacky food because they didn't really need it, and they were mostly doing it for the visitors that they had. So-
Exactly. Tapas is fine. You can fill up on tapas. It just takes a lot.
Yes. Did you want to do anything today, or are you just gonna like stand around him
Sorry,
until
for a
he
second there, I
breaks?
had the wonderful image of somebody crying after an interrogation being felt, like pigs in a blanket and shrimp rings. It's too delightful for me. I am going to
How we bring her
stare
out
and watch him for a moment, and especially if he's being fed/watered.
He's being watered in the sense there's a water skin at his feet that he's not deigning to pick up.
Get up, Lieutenant.
He looks over to you and he stands up.
Do you not drink in the future?
I'm not thirsty.
You do not eat.
I'm not hungry.
These things are being offered to you. You are a prisoner at this moment. You understand your rights.
Prisoners have rights?
I don't actually understand my rights, no.
You have the right to be fed. You have the right to eat and drink. And that's about all of them.
Sounds about right.
I like how
I
you
do
used
not
right in that
intend to
sentence.
harm you. Do you feel it will be necessary?
I am not going to be making any attempts to harm anybody, despite what is coming.
They've been a very good officer. They've been sitting here really nice and quiet, despite how they probably are feeling.
It's only weapons trafficking that they have to worry about anyways.
What's trafficking?
Moving things about.
I'm guilty of a lot of things.
People can make insight checks on him while it's being said if you want.
I'll make an insight, sure. Make an
Come on,
advantage on
Gifton,
insight.
beat a
It's
24.
good.
Come on. Yeah!
Hello.
Gifton. Genuine confusion on his face.
Do you not know what trafficking is either?
His face quickly, goes solid, impassive again, and he just puts his, wrists behind his back, standing at a sort of firm attention.
Oh, he's too cool. That's why I shouldn't have been a general. I can't do that. Are you gonna talk to him too, Tilde? Where's the other one?
She's stayed behind.
Oh, do you want this room then?
I suppose. If you wish to stay, you can. Dingus is certainly welcome.
Dingus is
You
like
want
dragging the water skin away from the guy now.
Me.
Dingus, despite having an immense amount of strength, is dragging it on the ground.
Dingus could literally pick it fully up off the ground
Uh-huh.
and walk with it, but he's refusing. He's making it look like it's a lot of work.
You notice he's actually wiggling a bit as he does, and Gifton, you've seen this before. He's trying to work the top loose to cause a quote accident.
Oh no.
He was splishy splashy.
He wants to play with the wowers. Alright, yeah. No, I'll give you your privacy. I don't think they want me in here.
Do you wish my report on the interrogation of the other prisoner, General?
This is an Embarrassian matter.
Actually, I would like to hear it.
I'm assuming we'll do it not in front of this poor guy.
Well, I didn't really intend to outline all of the information she gave about their personal files.
He rolls his eyes.
Sir, are you comfortable being alone in a room with Tilde?
Whatever you deem necessary.
That isn't what I asked.
I have rights to food and water. That's about it.
It's just okay. I'm just trying to be nice, but I understand this is a really shit situation. So, is there anybody you'd like to have here?
Yes, there are.
Who?
Representatives from command.
Noted.
You're it.
Can I have their names then?
Certainly. If you would please.
Opening up the book, pulling out the pen.
Right, I'm going to give you a couple of names that don't exist right now because I have to make them up.
I'm entirely fine with that.
Yeah.
Names exist. Okay, we got names.
Yeah. Yeah, he gives you a couple of names that just sound like they are. There are no ranks associated with them when he says them. He actually uses a Mister. Does specify that they are basically negotiators, legal division.
I do not mean to ask you any compromising information with the following two questions, but it does facilitate the possibility of their arrival. Are they here?
Not that I'm aware of. I know that you have contacts with Sphinx Initiative representatives.
Unfortunately, we technically don't. They have contacts through the god Talon, they have not talked to us at all. They have not made any contact with us.
I'm requesting that you try to attempt contact with them through whatever means you deem necessary. Beyond that, I will say no more.
That is your request. That is fair. I will pass it up the chain.
And do your people in any way block sending spells? Were I to attempt to use one to reach out and contact them?
I don't believe so, but I am unsure.
That is a fair answer. I will attempt to contact them.
Well, since they don't really seem to care about we're here or not, I don't really see a reason in sitting in here and hearing all of any whatever he's gonna say or likely not say. I'm gonna go sit
Do you
outside
want
for a
to
bit.
bring Cassiopeia with you?
No, I thought Cassie wanted to be here with this guy.
Unless you don't want me here.
Will we be all right?
I'm not going to beat him unless he tries something.
I will step out with Gifton.
Okay.
Carrick, if you're going out, would you attempt something?
Oh wait, no, that's right.
You're
I'm
already
not
gone.
there. That's right. I'm already gone. I'm taking food to the other one. So
Yeah, you're taking food to the other one.
sorry.
Right, so it's just Cassie and Tody left with him.
All right, a couple more questions, and then I will attempt to get a hold of those people for you. I need to confirm your name.
Lieutenant Kamal William Dorvan, LT27714628.
Thank you. And apologies, the ship that you were stationed on, so that I may be able to provide that information if I'm asked.
Lieutenant Kamal William Dorvan, LT27714628.
Okay, fair enough. And again, you do not wish a drink or any food at this time.
He just fixes the look on you. Lieutenant Kamal William Dorvan, LT27714628.
I'm wondering
Right,
how
you
long
may
it's gonna
sit
take for
back
you
down.
to actually make this on our soundboard, but I'm excited to happen.
You say like it's already not there.
Yeah.
You don't need to use any facilities of any kind at this moment.
He just remains silent.
All right, Cassiopeia, if he needs to use the facilities or
You can stay here.
is hungry or wants water, please let me know. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
You're leaving the room, Tody?
Yeah, I'm going to leave the room.
Cassie, he just gives you an impassive look before sitting back down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trust me, if I had my way, this would all be over already. And what's your giggle about, Chuckles?
Lieutenant Kamal William Dorvan, LT27714628.
Well, it's good you know your name, but really a number? I mean, yeah, I've heard of families numbering their kids, so you must have really not been important.
He actually looks a little pleased for the first time.
Yes, they left me alone with the crazy centaur. Wee.
It's fine. He's not named Liv.
Mhm.
And Cass is just going to wait for people to get back.
Okay, where are you heading, Telde?
Outside. I'm gonna go pray for an angel.
Okay.
Surprise! That's where I went.
So I'm possibly gonna go bump into Gifton / chase her as she's trying to get down the hallway.
Aww.
Gifton trying to hurry out. Dinka's still playing Drag the Bottle.
Till Day walks past both of us. Aww.
But still in that room. Cassie.
Yes.
He's standing up again.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to sort of look around a bit. Tilts his head as if listening. And then he reaches behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And whip his hand back out.
Cass is watching.
Okay. And he is going to shoot you with the palm phaser.
Oh, nice.
Did no one search these people?
They were searched.
Probably.
They were searched, but
We don't know their technology.
We also
That's
he
true.
also might have hidden it well enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Pulled off a freaking John McClane too.
Mhm. Also impressive. They waited for most of us to be out of the room.
I will also actually allow you a perception check at the same time, Cass.
I'm waiting for Roll20 to restart again.
Okay, you don't notice it. But
I am not.
Act-
I cannot spend anything.
Mhm.
You do have cards.
does a 27 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that is 30 points, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, which I assume you're going to pass, but you know. Oh yeah, yeah. You resist the stun.
Man, they hurt me a lot worse than that when they hit
I'm
me.
going to.
It's only a palm
I'm gonna
phaser.
shoot back.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your attack roll.
See, the best part is we won't hear the first gun, but we'll hear the second
Oh.
one.
I'm re-rolling. I'm carding that.
Okay.
Oh, it's enough.
Also,
Or
make sure you
natural one.
check your bonuses, Toby. You hopefully aren't.
Yeah,
hitting, like, all
it's
the
already
crits.
been corrected.
Okay.
Cool.
Because remember, you're not doing the
Yeah, they're
extra
at
damage if you do
19.
that. And just make sure you're not doing the extra damage if you're doing the bonus to hit.
Nope.
How's it got a 3 mod and a 3 die or 3 magic?
Don't tell me it did something stupid again.
It may be too high.
Yeah.
It did something stupid again. Okay, well, either way, I have to reroll that.
Yeah, reroll it anyway, but just I guess it's 3 less than that. 'Cause it's not supposed to have the mod. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know what it is for like fighting since we has a ranged one or something.
I don't think there's a range thing that gives you.
It wouldn't
Well,
be
they
three,
have
like,
well, they
something.
have the archery thing there,
There's
which
the
is fine.
yeah.
Right, that's a hit.
16.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
And it's set to fire.
Set to fire. Sure.
Right.
Mhm. You
That
can
was my.
you can
Go ahead.
you can continue attacking. You get your full multi attack.
Yep. So I'm going to continue. Second shot, and I'm going for non-lethal.
Okay.
You
I
have non-lethal ammo.
but before you continue, you also take this much sneak attack damage. I forgot. He's a rogue.
Oh, for fuck.
I don't think that's going to down her, so it doesn't interrupt her attacking. But
All right. Yeah.
Also, does the phaser go through our resistors? Is it does her resist look again? I don't know if she has the thing. Actually, I don't know what type of damage
type
is.
was
Yeah.
it? Force?
it's considered untyped.
Oh yeah, so it goes right through. So
Yeah.
that's 67 untyped, so she takes the full of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I've been taking.
The 22 will hit.
Ooh.
Okay, give me a second.
Oh, yeah.
I'm mathing at the moment. My brain's not wanting to cooperate.
And you swap the non-lethal ammo?
I'm attempting to non-lethal it.
Uh,
Shooting leg.
Yeah, it's not an option, I'm afraid.
You have to have
Yeah,
non-lethal ammo.
It's,
Alright, well
an
then,
arrow is an arrow.
Well then, 28 plus 29.
Hit 29. He is still standing.
You may just want to drop your gun and do something else.
That's a hit.
Or not.
Okay, and
He has no armor on.
he falls. Cass.
Bitch.
Yes. There's a brief moment where the beam's like, hitting him, focusing on him, pushing him, and then you see it pierce through. And there's a splatter of both red and black on the back wall.
Oh no. Fuck.
I'm backing out of the room. And I'm switching. I'm using my bonus action to recharge.
Mhm.
I am screaming at the top of my lungs. Infection! And I am using my wide beam and I'm burning the room.
Okay. All right. We are out of combat, so you can just keep doing that if you want to. Telde and Gifton, you're not actually that far off. Like, this happened within the span of like 30 seconds after you leaving. You probably would have heard that coming down the hallway.
The moment I was hearing anything, running
Yep.
back.
Yeah. Just running
I
back.
don't know. If
Dingus is now
Gifton
actually
wants a
legitimately
ride or
carrying the
something,
water
but-
skin. Which still makes him look, you know those images of like lions carrying tires? He's got to like hold it so up to stop it from dragging.
No, stop. Running back that way.
Right. Yeah, you'll reach Cassie in no time. And
Yuli,
Mhm.
I'm spending 15 ammo on burning the room.
Okay. Right.
I'm ensuring that nothing survives.
okay, it's very hot at the doorway.
Cassie, what have you done?
Cass is going to turn with the big, probably still hot smolder point on her chest plate, defending myself and stopping another outbreak.
He attacked.
He reached behind his back. He pulled something out that fired. Cass is holding up wide loop. This, and it hurt.
Okay.
So I returned fire, and the shot went through him. And not only did blood come out, but black.
The room looks scorched. There isn't a whole lot in the room to burn beyond a few pieces of furniture that quickly went up. So beyond a bit of smoke, the sort of blackened stonework, you can see in here. There is a pile of what was probably the man. It's up to you if you want to get in to actually take a look at it.
I'm gonna go in and try and take a look.
I'm actually hitting my radio and calling for Corvus.
Okay, right. Down treating the killers. Corvus, your radio will go off.
Corvus?
1 second. Yes.
No, 1 second. Get yourself and the doctor back here to the interrogation room.
Doctor, the needle's still in my arm.
Another one of
Doc.
them had the black shit in them.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Up is right. Sorry. Priority matters to attend to. Pulls needle out. Sorry.
Didn't even give me
Here,
one
put-
shot.
everywhere.
Put this on that. Just hold it there for like 5 minutes.
Holds the cloth. Does the little, arm squeeze thing.
Martha.
Yes.
It seems that your companion decided to go out with a bang. And problem with maybe another infection.
What?
Yeah. Come on.
She quickly
You have more of that inoculate, correct?
I can make more.
Well, you may want to start thinking about that.
She's quickly packing up her stuff because she's not going to leave it in the room with the Kellers.
Right.
And she can run along.
And Cass is actually going to keep people out of the room and away from her.
Gifton wanted to go in, so
Cass is pushing her away and telling her stay the fuck
I'm
away from the
using
room. And
face
me.
step to go past Cassie. I'm going in.
Okay.
Gifton, you are a fucking moron. You know that?
Yep. Zone.
All right.
Well,
Gifton,
if you get infected, I'm not going to stop.
you come upon
And I'm
a
recharging the weapon.
heavily charred body and blackened but gleaming metal.
There's some sort of weird metal on them.
Give me an investigation check.
Please don't touch it, at least.
I'm not touching. I'm just looking. I will spend a card to give myself a. No, I'll just spend the card after because I have reroll, so I might as well do it this way. Okay, I'm gonna reroll that, so I get that. Oh, actually, I'm gonna use lucky, so I'm gonna reroll it once that way.
Okay.
I'll use lucky.
Better.
Better. And I'm gonna do
Wheel. Really? Okay.
21. That's
All
not
right.
bad.
That's enough to make out. So this blackened corpse has a hole going through it. In the hole, you can see on one side seems to be rib caging and so on. Squishy, icky stuff. The other side seems to be metal in various shapes and forms. Like you see, like cylinders. Seems to be like this heavy duty tubing running through him. Which is dripping a viscous black liquid, although one of the tubes that you see is burning. It's like whatever's coming out is still alight. And because so much of the flesh has been charred away by such concentrated firepower, you can see that this seems to run up along the left side, even up to like the lower part of the jaw and cheek. Seems to be metal, and it goes down to his hip.
I'm gonna mention this because we did see. Is this similar to what we saw of Corvus?
In a way, perhaps. Like, I think you would quantify that in your minds that there was metal worked into this Corvus. This metal worked into this man. It would correlate in your minds. But it's like way more refined. This was hidden under skin.
You're here, folks. He's a Corvus.
He's made of metal, Cassie.
And
I think the black liquid might be oil.
well, I'd rather not risk it.
It definitely smells like oil.
Let's see if I can snuff a flame. I don't think I really can.
Check your thaumaturgy.
Does thaumaturgy let me snuff?
Thaumaturgy lets you light torches.
It lets me light and dismiss candles, but I don't know if I could use it for snuffing a flame like that. It's a little flame, right? So maybe.
What the burning oil tube?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say you can.
All right, I will thaumaturgy to snuff that flame.
Okay.
Vestige thaumaturgy.
Yes.
Because she doesn't have it naturally. She has.
I know, it's just interesting.
And it's the most precious spell.
It is actually my favorite spell. Look at the doctor end, but I don't think they were diseased. I think they might just have been different.
They were
were
definitely
the
Well, do you
version
want
of
to take
our
a chance
people.
to
Listen,
let that shit out?
It
that stuff out again?
inhales.
Oh, he's still alive. I'm gonna go and
I've been rolling his death saves on the side. He's stabilized.
What's he got in
Spare-
terms of an upper torso?
I'm gonna spare the dying because I don't know any better. 'Cause I don't know that he's not stable.
He's not quite Uncle Ben. Not Uncle Ben. Aunt Brew. Yeah.
I am not
That's a
getting
different-
this reference, but it's
Owen,
fine.
that's the word I was looking for. That's a
Okay,
different
That
franchise.
makes more sense.
Yes.
Makes more sense.
Yeah, he's not quite Uncle Owen. It's more like the epidermis is being like scorched off. It's very horrible way to be burned.
So you're saying he's Anakin Skywalkered right now?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that gives a fair reference. Nah, I'm gonna take the risk because I was told I'm immune. So
Mhm.
that's why I don't care right now. So I'm gonna go up, touch him, and I'm gonna spare the dying. He's still alive. Where's that doctor?
On the
Is
he?
his weapon still there?
Yes, it is. It seems to be tightly grasped in his hand, and as you look over to it, his thumb stops moving.
His thumb stops moving?
It was on the weapon doing something.
I'm gonna go over to the weapon.
Mhm.
Can I get it free?
Yeah. He's in no condition to hold on to it. He was using his fleshy arm, not his cyborg arm. And you're able. It's icky, Gifton. Like flesh comes off with this.
Is it making any beepy noises or lights?
It's whining.
Oh,
You hear,
no.
you hear a
Recognize
little.
that sort of whine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's familiar.
Oh,
Cass is running
Plane
in,
shifting by.
grabbing.
There you go.
Cass steps in, goes, fuck.
Plane shifting to Feywild.
yeah, I want to plane shift to what I can imagine is in the air over a great, vast, empty ocean.
Oh, okay. Oh no. Okay, Gifton.
Oh no! Dropping it on.
Gifton. You appear in the Feywild in a
Because I'm assuming that I'm trying to
upsetting
go...
melding of horizons, the ocean and air as one twirling amongst each other. You are topsy-turvy, upside down, don't know which way you are. You're not falling, you don't think, but the water is rushing around you and you've not touched it, and it seems to be getting closer, and yet there are clouds now. What are you doing?
I'm letting the thing go and
Cool.
hoping
There
it
are
goes some way.
clouds now.
Alright. Okay.
I got my wings out and I'm flapping.
Alright.
I don't know which way's up, but I'll find out when that thing drops, maybe.
Okay. You let go of the thing.
I use that.
Alright. Oh, you can't use that again. You can't get back, huh?
But I can cast it. So I don't see anything around, right? I don't see any creatures.
You don't see anything that you'd think of as wildlife or anything.
Yeah. Okay. Run! And then I am gonna I'm gonna yell that as loud as I can. Run! I'm gonna cast plane shift.
Okay.
And I'm gonna come back to the main rally because I don't want to be here for that.
Okie dokie.
Shit. Unfortunately, I only know a few places on the material plane to go to.
Your
I mean-
house.
Use the spell to position on a creature.
I mean, the thing is, I'm thinking Gifted in a panic. I want to get to safety away from an explosion.
Probably show up at the Payan house.
No, actually, I think I would show up at the tree.
Not Idrisel.
Yeah, I think I'd appear on Yggdrasil because
Okay.
that's
It's a big prominent landmark.
It is a bit. It is. I'm thinking, my character thinking very quickly, what would she do in a few seconds? She'd go, shit, this has to get away from people. Where can it go to safely blow up? Ah, the Feywild. I'm taking it over to the Feywild. And I go, shit, I have to get to the Feywild and get someplace safe. Ah, home. Home doesn't exist. Shit, Yggdrasil. And then I'd go there.
Okay.
That fits.
As the
right?
Now we're gonna have another encounter with a cannibalistic
as the
elf.
phaser detonates safely in the Feywild, not obliterating anybody.
Oh, that poor fawn.
Gifton appears at Yggdrasil. The rest of you are left sort of standing where she vanished with the clearly going to explode thing.
I'm in magical unknown area. Have
All
I
right.
bought the food, by the way,
Oh
to the
my-
person?
Oh,
Yes, you can have food.
Okay. So have I made it back to the first, to the creek?
I'm assuming you're back with everybody because you heard the radio.
Uh-huh.
So you're probably running there with a tray
Yeah.
of food in your hand. Because the radio happened for all of us, so I'm pretty sure you heard it.
why do I just now have this image of Carrick in a waiter's apron,
Yeah.
jauntily hopping around with this plate of food, just like, oh no, oh no.
Right. Yeah, Gifton, you get this ending.
I will note that I will have waited at least like a minute
Uh-huh.
or two before I try that.
I was gonna ask it. I was ask if I got it or if it was lost in translation.
No,
'cause
you
of
get it.
plain hop. All right. That is my response.
Yeah.
Alright.
I can figure out
uh,
what big.
I think
Dingus.
Safe should have a question mark on it.
Dingus got left behind.
Yeah, Dingus
unfortunately.
is beeping up a storm of panic right now.
Dingus, I just contacted her. She is all right.
You're getting mummy here now, mummy here now, mummy here now.
We will work on that in a moment.
Where mummy? Where mummy?
She is on Yggdrasil, the big tree. She is
Dingus
safe.
winks out.
Dingus lets out a brief meep. A rift opens and he dives through.
Oh god. I didn't mean it.
Bye bye, Dinky.
Okay. Unfortunately, he does not open right. He does not travel right to you, Gifton, because he doesn't know where on Yggdrasil you are.
To be fair, I don't know where on
Yeah.
Yggdrasil I am, so.
It's a big tree.
Yeah. Dingle is going to be flying about a bit, looking for Gifton. Eventually, Gifton, you will hear like distant little meep 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 meep.
Morse code between the two of them.
The me is actually assisted by an angel who is holding Dingus because they've located you like the moment you fucking arrived.
Gifton was just sitting there and just staying very still for the moment because she's sitting there going, huh, am I going to infect anybody? I touched the bad thing, right?
Thankfully,
But
no
also,
cannibalistic wood elves greet you or anything of that sort.
So I will wait.
Yes, familiar angel. Looks like it's Ilan's Prime again, looking vexed. Is just like holding Dingus, like, hands holding his body out away from them.
Flailing cat ensue.
And Dingus just gets like dropped in front of you.
Oh, you're okay.
and he loves on you.
Okay. Oh, I love on him too. We're okay. Thank you. I'm sorry.
They're just having that moment of, you guys would ask yourselves going anywhere.
Why are you here?
Because it's safe.
Oh, yeah, their face actually softens a little bit at that.
There was a thing that went and it would have killed everybody in the room. So I put it out in the place where it wouldn't hurt anybody in the Feywild, but then I had to get away and I didn't know where to go to, and this is the only place I thought of. I'm sorry.
She seems to think for a moment before looking down at you going, do you want me to tell father?
I don't know. I should probably go back. I know he's busy. I shouldn't bother.
He will worry.
I don't want him to worry. I'm okay.
You can hear her on Angel Radio putting out a call for one of the watchers on Sahar to come get you.
Come get me.
Yeah.
They're like, come help her. She got lost again.
So rather rapidly, Gifton is returned.
Well, yeah, while they're doing stuff, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh. But yes.
Doctors are looking at the guy.
Corvus and the CMO. She just sets out. Oh no. As she heads on in.
Is he twitching, moving at all?
He's
Very
stabilized him, that's it.
labored breathing. There is very little movement beyond that.
Is he of a form of my people or something else?
She looks over towards you and goes, some think that your people pioneered, but not you. We refer to them as cybernetics, cyborg set, interlacing
This
of...
is not anything to do with the other thing.
No, why would you think...
When black stuff erupts out of people, that's a bit
no,
disconcerting.
It's the circulatory system for his cybernetic component. It's oil.
That word again, got it.
It is an
We do know what
uncommon
oil is. We use it for.
No, circulatory system.
Okay.
It's... I won't use the word harmless. Please don't think you should be bathing in this or consuming it, but not what you think it is.
Excuse me? I should
Is he alive?
bathing in it.
Yes. Okay.
Corvus steps closer into the room.
If you can save him,
I can keep him alive. That's about it. With what I have here. Frankly, your healing magic would likely be better in this circumstance.
Corvus.
Corvus? You just said Corvus.
Corvus.
He's a
Corvus.
Pokemon.
Corvus.
It should have been bad.
Corvus. Corvus grumbles. He will put on his gloves, kind of snap his fingers a couple times and reach out to part of his body. That's not the mechanical side of it.
While Corvus is doing that, she is reaching down to treat. She's talking through what she's doing, basically saying, she's going to give him something to try and help with the pain. If you want to try and stop her, because you can't confirm what she's doing, do feel free.
What is that?
I'm coming.
It's a nerve blocker. It'll alleviate the pain.
No, let him be in pain.
No.
Hi guys.
I do not know what that actually is. You have some leeway in this.
Are you stopping me from treating him?
Don't stop her.
Go
Let her
ahead.
Does it risk his recovery or continued existence?
She pauses. It could kill him. The dose I'm going to give him.
Then lower the dose.
Yeah, just shakes her head a bit sadly as she does as she's told. And she uses hyper spray on him.
Hi, buddy. What are we doing?
Welcome back, Gifton.
Welcome back, Gifton.
Let's move places.
What the hell happened?
The little thing went.
Pull the weapon on me.
Damn you idiot.
Corvus would turn to Cass. Cass, I recommend you take off that armor, use it as evidence to what the situation was here.
What?
Do not get your armor repaired or looked at.
Wow. What are we taking care of the guy?
He's alive.
Oh, you want me to help?
He's alive.
You did excellent, Gifton. Take a moment to rest.
If
It's
you'd be
okay,
willing to
it's-
fully heal him, I would be most thankful.
Okay, is the regenerative magic okay with all the metal bits in him?
Ah, shit. Right. Which, by the way, Corvus, that cure you put on him is like
Yeah.
there's a little knitting up of his flesh, but you do see there is pushing.
It's fusing, yeah. It's the whole thing Corvus
I
always
can
has issues
cast the
with.
actual regenerate spell on him, but I don't know if that's okay with all the bits in there.
I'm
Or-
not sure that I have much I can spare after.
Anything that we're going to do further is just going to exacerbate the situation of his metal bits within him. It's
She
already
knows
doing that
more-
with what I've done.
She knows more about what he needs, so I'm asking. I just want to know what she thinks, because I could literally replace everything that happened to him, but
But where's all this going to go?
I don't know. Does it stay or does it go?
It would probably stay as you regrow all of his body back.
And if it stays,
You're sending
will there be
dragons.
trouble? Nice.
Sending
I can
dragon.
if I cast regenerate, I stimulate the body's natural healing. It's not like normal.
Dingus is with Gifton. Becky.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that
Yeah.
part.
I think it's.
I knew he jumped through, but I didn't.
I have a DM question. If I cast the
Okay,
spell
so then-
regenerate
Mhm.
on somebody, it triggers their natural healing. It doesn't trigger magical healing. So
Yes,
would it?
this would
yeah.
be good.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up and go. All right, well, this is a bit of an expense, but burning my last 9, cast and regenerate on this guy.
Okay.
Are you wishing this?
No, I'm yeah. I'm
Okay.
burning my wish to get a 9,
No,
basically.
but yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I wish.
I mean, I have the same spell. Never.
Yeah, you see things starting to knit, and it does not seem to be as aggressively pushing against his technological components. He is starting to shift a bit now, clearly in pain, despite what she's given him, and she's just going, "Shh, that's all right, it's okay."
Do you want me to put him to sleep? Or
I was
can
going to
you do
ask if
that?
I can.
Does what I'm doing to him mess with what you're gonna try to do to him?
She shakes her head.
Okay.
Can I do that? She sort of looks at the rest of you, almost accusatory. Can I
don't
spare
wanna-
him this pain?
Nodding.
I need to stop muting. I see no problem with that.
What?
I hate to say it though, but while we have him down, let's strip him completely to his skivvies.
I don't think he has skivvies
I
anymore.
was just saying,
Yeah.
the amount of fire that was applied
Both of
there.
He was
Kind of
incinerated.
Actually, those. Oh fuck it. Oh, that's what I should account for.
Dude,
That,
Like
that,
your
uniform.
yeah, I was actually going to say he has fire resistance because of the uniform. He probably would have taken less damage, but we're not retconning that far. But yes, yeah, the uniform's actually relatively intact. Like it has scorched and burned through at certain points.
I apologize for his loss of humility.
Is the uniforms easily cuttable?
Yes.
Corvus will pull his scalpel and start working on that.
Right.
This is very distasteful to have to do to him, but I'm afraid that he has forfeited his right to his uniform right now.
Yeah, she seems to pause briefly while preparing the little spray thing she uses, letting it aside before using it on him, and his eyes do just flutter shut.
Can find him cloth material for clothing after
I
this.
am gonna
I
keep
am
an eye-
out.
I am going to
Out?
watch out of what?
Chemicals I use to synthesize these things.
Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna keep an eye on him because if we need to, I can lesser restoration and pull the poison conditioned off of him if we think he's not doing well. So I'm gonna watch him.
Okay. Yeah, you guys.
I'm going to tell her, if she sees any signs of him not doing well with what's going on, let me know. I can remove the poisons from his body very quickly.
She nods and
Most medicine is a poison, right? I remember learning that. Corvus let me be a nurse one time.
I mean, yes, quite a bit. It's fairly accurate.
You are out of your supplies at this point.
At least yes. I can't do any more chemical treatments. No more sprays. No more vaccines. Nothing of the sort.
Does that mean that you cannot do anything else at this moment?
For him,
Or
no.
yes.
Who's all in the room right now?
I think all of us
Corvus
know.
is
Or at
cutting his
least
uniform off.
around the
Think the
I think the only one that isn't is RG, who's watching the.
RG, yeah,
RG, the other girl.
And also, with mention of the virus thing, she just took the assumption of, I got infected last time. I think I'm good staying here.
Yeah. I had to be burned alive last time I got involved.
Yeah, I think all things considered, fair response.
Yeah.
But yes, very crowded room at this point.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just wanted to know if somebody
outside of
was
it.
with the other prisoner. That's why I was like, shit, did we all come here? That's
If
why I
you
was.
need to move him, he'll be out for a few hours.
Telde, could you help me move him?
I need to speak with the doctor for a moment.
Carrick?
Sure. Carrick's gonna
Better
put down-
choice, he's stronger.
Yeah.
put the plate of food down. Carrick, hey.
I like that he was standing with it all through that.
I thought you would have gotten far enough to deliver that.
I hate to say it, but
I was ready to be told, so.
we can't risk
But,
another
yeah,
incident. Did you get what you wanted, Tilde?
Yes, I just need a moment to speak with the doctor, and then I'm ready to speak with Haya.
She stands up, looking down at this man with like that look of like that pitying, you fucking idiot. Why did you do this?
Mm-hmm.
And
Out of caution, can we do something with the communications officer?
I don't believe she's going to attempt anything. She is quite distraught.
Out of caution.
Out of character, she's having a mild
Do
breakdown.
you want to go with RG and maybe give her another pat down really quick, make sure she really doesn't have a weapon? Because apparently this one got one past us.
I would suggest Zona truthing them.
Well,
we got around.
I'm going to be attending to him. So if someone else wants to do that, they are more than welcome to. I was just voicing my opinion that we should use caution, even if they are distraught.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That leaves Cassiopeia at the moment, then. Or Gifton.
It's awkward when I do it.
If someone is going, a plate of
They are kind of
food was,
handsy.
for
I'll go with RG and
Archie's
well,
RG's there.
uh,
Use security cast, RG can do the pat down.
CMO heads over to you, Toddy.
Cass
you're
is going to
going-
trot down the hallway over to where they were holding the other one.
Cass, take the food with you.
Cass will grab the food.
Thank you. They had asked for something to eat. So.
Cass is intending to go in the room and eat the food in front of the person.
Cass might.
I'm just going to open my book and point to the names that I was given by
she'll
Exploderson.
she'll look at those and she takes a moment. Just, was he asking for representation?
He had. I had left the room to contact them.
It might have been to get you out. They're legitimate names, but we're not
represented.
They are not that type of people.
He shakes his head.
Is it possible that you have false memories? Or any of the other proper crew?
I've
like the Kellers.
thought about that a few times. I've run scans on myself. You can often see rewritten pathways and so on. Myself, I'm fairly certain that I'm all here, but I can't speak for the rest of the crew.
Are you able to do those checks still?
No, not with. She waves that little box of hers. Not a deep enough brain scan on this. I'd need proper medical facilities, which
Would would the ship be able to do that?
The shuttlecraft?
you've got the shuttlecraft. I highly doubt it. Not unless it was purposely equipped with a medical loadout.
You filed a complaint with the captain about what was happening.
I did.
May I ask what?
I felt that our measures were both hasty and too extreme in this case. And don't think I'm saying that to try and absolve myself of any wrongdoing or guilt here. We've done far worse for far less, but it just seemed like the wrong way to go about things. From the get-go, it felt like we were messing things up. Just a gut feeling.
And those types of complaints are not sent to the communications officer to actually read.
They're sealed and then kept on file for when we return.
Thank you.
Where are we taking him, Corvus?
Just to just to a room. Just to a standalone
You're in
room.
the room.
They just shuffle across the hallway.
Yeah.
I just like the arbitrary question from Carrick. Where are
Where are we
we?
taking him? We are just taking him to a room where he is to remain in a sanitary environment. Given
Taking
his...
it into a
By the way,
room.
this complete ruckus, clear fighting that's just kicked off. That guard has not moved.
I do not like you.
It's harsh, man.
Move! Mo, do something.
He talked. That's something.
Guarding. He points at the front door.
I like him. That's an out of character comment, by the way.
He wicks me out. I'm sorry. Let's just lay him in this room. Go see to the others. I'll remain with them. And Corvus is just going to sit down.
Tie his hands or something.
Yeah,
he might be physically more weak than you. He's
I
got robo parts.
Yeah.
I still have most of my
I have
charges.
some rope.
How long does this last? Yeah, we won't force him yet.
Alright. As you go about securing them, Cassie,
Yes.
you arrive in the room with Argy and the ensign, who has stopped openly sobbing. She's just sitting there, sort of red-eyed.
Drinking the water.
Okay, two things. One, food. Two, you need to be stripped and searched for weapons.
What?
Seems a bit much, isn't it?
Her friend just shot me. So Cass is going to set the plate down. And we're not going to have a repeat.
I mean, look at her for God's sakes.
Is that the time?
That's for tying rope, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a weapon. I don't have a weapon. I promise I don't have a weapon.
Compromise. I ain't gonna strip you because that. No. Are you okay with a pat down?
She nods quickly.
Cool. We're doing a pat down, Cass.
Then you get to tell Telday and the others.
I'll tell them whatever the hell I want, sure. Just look at her. She's traumatized, for God's sake.
Yeah, she sort of stands up as if like, getting ready.
And Archie go over and
the position.
start giving her bat down.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Okay. I'm going to just quickly check my cards because I'm probably going to need something to give myself advantage because not a good stat for me.
Quick, accidentally intimidate.
Yeah, give her that to get advantage.
Okay. Okay.
Good thing.
Right, you are pretty damn confident that she does not have any weaponry on her.
Archie will push bat down, give her a light pound, so I go, "You're okay. Have a seat and have some food."
She quickly sits down and what is this food, Carrick?
Well, like we were discussing,
It's a summon from Miriam food, so it was the party food, so it's rather actually it's this roasted haunch and so on.
Little sausages.
Yep. Which she like sort of like hand grabs the sausage and just chews on it in that way of somebody like fixated on something else.
It's like I focused on this now.
Freshly conjured bacon wrapped shrimp.
Oh no, the mess.
Oh my god, there's gonna be Scotch eggs in there because they know what we like.
And while Argie's giving the pat down, Cass is pulling off her breastplate and checking underneath because damn, that hurt.
Yeah. It's something that you guys have the capability to fix up, Cass, but like that breastplate is like melted.
Yeah, but she knows it's melted. She can't fix it. That's something she'd have to pester care about, but...
Or some Fomirians.
Is her undershirt fine?
It's scorched. Not so much from like it's being hit directly, but like the breastplate was heated against it.
Well, that's... that's tender. That's tender.
Yeah, that not only was it hot,
You have a bruise over your entire chest.
It actually had like a surprising amount of force. Like it pushed you back on your hooves, like getting punched with a log.
Unfortunately, you're thinking in the back of your mind that that one back hoof now after that.
The back hook that always supports the
Cass, you realise you did brace yourself with that one leg that the doctor was worried about.
Cass is just going to mutter, "Oh, now I know why they were worried about that leg."
It's the load-bearing leg.
Archie will just very casually say without looking back, going, "I told you we start with that one."
God, that felt like Cirrus kicked me.
You want some? And Archie's just gonna hold up the hands and do the wiggle fingers thing. This seems to like heal.
No, I'll be fine. It'll clear up by morning. Jeez.
Adventure of things.
I get hit by log. I'll clear up by morning.
Okay. They're in the room with the ensign. Carrick and Corvus have secured the lieutenant. What are...
One small question. Do you know how close we are to Dawn, or what we would consider Dawn?
Oh, that's a good question. Anyway, you
wouldn't be the...
Well, I was going to ask. You're judging it by the Tudian day-night cycle.
I believe we are. Yeah.
Okay. So dawn would be dusk. Dusk. I say it's actually not that far off at this point. There's a couple of hours.
Okay, I'm gonna do something that's slightly rude for it.
Well, we're running on Tulian night cycle, so we'd be if we're getting close to so it'd be you're getting close to. Are you saying to our bedtime, or?
I think it's because like me, she has an item that recharged at dawn.
Yeah, recharges specifically at dawn. So basically, I was using my use recovery on it.
So actual dawn, which actually is a good point because I've got the same.
Yeah. That's something you guys got to keep track of.
Yeah.
Or if your things might be recharging at end of day rather than Yeah. Right.
You can leave if you want. I'll stay with them.
At this point, just in case, I think I will stay.
Okay. What are Telday and Gifton doing?
Out of character real quick, because I missed the actual answer of the Dawn. How close was Dawn?
Dawn's a
coming up
couple of
on
hours away.
Okay, we're coming up on it. Okay.
Did you want to head out to pray again?
I want to head outside. I did want to head outside. It only doubles down my reason to go outside at this point. In fact, I shouldn't have ran inside as quick as I did, but I felt urgently like I should.
All right.
Gifton, if you would like to go outside, I think I will take the doctor to do one more check on our other prisoner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just feel like I should check in with some people. Anything you want me to relay?
I may need to speak with the Talon Angel, and I will need to speak with Hea soon. And maybe one of these days we will be able to rest for more than 5 minutes.
I'm looking forward to retirement.
A miniature Corvus at your ankles says,
Also,
"Thank you."
I have the
Slight
tummy.
nod.
I have the tummy grumpy, something really fierce ever since I got my scan. I'm really
Oh.
hungry.
A carrot and a plate of food.
We haven't eaten all day. We literally got up and we ruined my bacon.
It has been a long ass day.
This is a pregnant woman. And Gibson looks like she's got that like shake and like she's wibble.
She
like
might cry.
I might cry if I don't eat soon.
All right. Let's go to the entrance, and I'll get the guard to go grab you food.
Why would we bother the guard?
He needs
I'll
to
watch
do
the
something.
doorway.
You can do what? You're going with the doctor. I just wanted to know who you want me to get.
Um,
Hea and the Talon Angel.
The CMO, Gifton, digs around in the medical bag a bit, and she goes, "It's not going to be much, but it'll hold you over a little bit." And she holds out this like really brightly wrapped like bar.
It's bigger than I am.
It is.
What's
It's going
that?
to
Is
disappear.
that your travel rations?
Yes.
Grabby hand.
It says on it Choco Newt. Choco Newt, yes. N-U-T.
Newt.
She says Choco Newt instead of nut for some reason.
Newt.
Yeah,
All right. I'm
short
gonna
for
take it from her.
nutrients.
All right. I don't actually understand that this is wrapped. Because we don't. Do
It
this
don't
with our
taste.
chew on the outside. Your food tastes
No.
bad.
You have to. Yeah, and she's gonna reach down and open
Also,
it for
like,
you.
I am one of those people that struggles to open wrappers all the
Yeah.
time, so I appreciate this.
She
Okay.
basically gives you her guilty emergency snack, and she'll open it for you.
It's a good thing that she didn't try to give it to Dingus. He would have bit her fingers for trying to open it.
Gifton, it feels like a banana.
does. How does this
The entire
food
bar would
grow?
have gone down his entire mouth.
It doesn't grow. It's packaged.
Your boxes are weird. What is? Oh my god! What is this? It's like better chocolate.
It's just a grain base with chocolate and caramel. It's
Did you say better or bitter?
You just try this.
okay.
Better, in other
Dingus
words.
doesn't often get competitive with you over food,
Yeah.
but like you can tell, he won.
There's a sniff,
He won
and a
all of
stare.
it, and it's only because he loves you so much.
I basically break off a piece, which is like to me 2 hands,
Uh-huh.
right? And that's a lot
Mhm.
of food for a brownie. But Dingus is still wanting to take
Yeah.
that little piece. It is literally a crumb, and Dingus is like, he's licked the inside of the wrapper, and he's occasionally flicking a tongue out at me.
Okay, you can eat, and then you can start heading outside. Well,
I'm
tell
punching
Day.
it through the wall.
Well, Telday takes O'Reilly to the ensign, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
You can go
Partly
in.
just because it's easier to watch over these
Two of them.
prisoners
Yeah.
when there aren't like 3 different rooms we have to watch.
Yeah.
Right. You can head in with her, and she does head over to the ensign, and comforting is the wrong word. Like, consoles. That you do get this air of her, like, she doesn't have the greatest bed manners, and there is that air of, like, you signed up for this. These are the consequences of our actions. There's pity, but it doesn't extend far.
Mm-hmm. There's pity, but
I'm sorry you're in the situation that you might be in.
Yeah, it's more a thing of, come on, don't face your last days like this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. And Gifton, you head outside.
Yep.
Sticky hands.
Oh no, it's begins.
I'm licking my whole hand.
Dingus is like mouth keeps.
I'll hold him out.
He's not. He's not licking your hands because he keeps opening his mouth and making these weird jaw motions, and like his tongue keeps flicking at certain parts of his teeth.
Oh god, was there peanut butter in there?
Sticky.
Caramel.
Sticky,
caramel.
Dingus. It's sticky.
You
lick my hand. Num. I like it.
Yeah, your hands are like get engulfed.
No! Don't eat the hands!
Pull from teeth.
Mommy,
Pull from teeth.
I'll pull from between the teeth. There you go. That'll help him out. All right.
Let me eat.
Yep, there you go. Good. Okay, now that was tasty. I want another one of those. We get fat on those, right?
He bobs his head and you just get flashes of joint sphinx.
No, not that. Never that. No.
Join food, people.
No, we steal Future Carrick. Whoever Future Carrick is, make candy bar.
Head puzzling. Like, you've locked Dingus up for a few moments while he thinks about what that is.
All right, I'm gonna hit up Yield's radios.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna inform the James, who I don't know where James is.
James is outside. Like, you can probably see him now. He's just like sitting on a rock because he's just taking part in this guard duty against Puriel. And in fact, he got to see you get dropped off by an angel and run in.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk back over towards them with Dingus because the people apparently I was gonna angel radio are here. So, hello.
James sort of gives you a little wave and goes, "How goes it?"
Minor explosion. Somebody pulled a weapon and Cassie lit the room on fire.
So, a mere day.
Yeah, a mere day. Any mere day of the week, actually. So blew up the bomb in the Feywild. I didn't think there was time for you or Lucy to come save me. Telday's almost done interrogating. He has a bunch of notes he hasn't gotten a chance to tell me anything about, which is unfortunate because I can't tell them about Puriel being hopped up on super drugs. That's out of character right there, is what I said. So Telday's interviews are wrapping up. So we're good on that. He says he needs to speak to Hea, and is there a Salon Angel around that would speak to Telday? Also, is Turiel doing okay? I haven't seen her in a while. I guess I shouldn't ask you to be the keeper of every watcher that I like, but you know.
I mean,
we could.
You can just ask.
I know. Yeah, I guess I'll hit Angel Radio. Turiel, you doing okay?
Huh?
You alright?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen you in a while. I love you.
What?
Bye. Actually, wait, Turiel, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Could you find out if any of the Talon Angels would be willing to come speak to Telday? I don't actually know about what, but Telday.
What kind of ranking?
I don't know. He didn't really say, but I bet you it's
always Archangels.
Unhelpful.
unhelpful
Always
is
send the primes.
I don't know. The highest ranking that would be willing to talk to Telde, I guess.
Gotcha.
If
The
you
newest angel.
So whatever would be appropriate for that. Thank you.
One cherub coming up.
I love cherubs. I look over at James. So everything going okay here?
Quiet, dull, which is good.
Okay, good. I have extreme munchies. The lady did something to me with the.
I didn't want to say anything.
She did something with the scanny thingy on me earlier, and she said she made the babies manifest or something, or become more physical. Or she said she shouldn't have done that, and that they're less of an ethereal thing that was going to happen now, but now they're just happening.
Yes, I was kind of assuming it would be like hair manifesting.
That's what she said. She says it was going to be like that, but then she said she uses her technology on me, and now it's not going to be like that.
Why would she do that?
She was checking to see how the babies were because I asked. Because she said,
why would that do that?
She said that if you see something, then it becomes real.
He squints.
I don't understand this, but I pat my tummy. Give me a hand. Give me a hand. Give me a finger.
Pinky finger.
Okay, I'll give him pinky finger. Did they kick? Oh my god, they kicked!
No, I really cannot feel that.
Oh. They totally kicked for their Uncle Raz.
I'll tell you what, I'll put the ring on once we're not under mortal threat.
Promises. All right. Well, anyway, I gotta get a hold of Hannah. I just really wanted to be outside for a minute.
No, take a seat.
It's a lot going on in there.
And I don't think hair is actually far. I feel it in the air.
I'm just hoping she's okay.
I think okay is relative at this point.
I don't think I'm okay. I don't know what's okay anymore.
He looks down at you, Gifton, and then you get very gently picked up.
Mm-hmm.
And you get put in his breast pocket.
Okay. Mm.
Little pat.
Pat. I should probably call it Haya. You're gonna be my stand tall person while I talk to her, okay?
Of course.
Okay.
And I think he's climbing up on his other side.
You there?
There is a whirling of sand, as apparently, Haya was not far. And she, now that it's like just you and Raziel, she's letting that apprehension show a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
Tilde said he'd be ready for you soon. He sent me out to do all this. The one guy, I guess, pulled a weapon on Cassie, and she lit him on fire.
Is Cassie okay?
Yeah, Cassie's okay. I think she's just angry like Cassie do.
This was justified at this point.
Yeah, we stabilized him, and Corvus and them are making sure he's alive and okay for you.
Good, thank you.
We did that, and I got rid of the bomb. But Tilde has like a bunch of notes and stuff to go over and things, and I don't really understand any of it. So
Let us go talk to Tilde then.
yes.
Right.
Onward, Steve!
Okay.
Raz.
Oh, for a second there, I thought you said Steve.
Onward, Steve.
Onward,
Suddenly one of the Kellers appears.
Okay, as you guys start heading in, there is a flutter of wings as an angel appears. Looks an awful lot like Talan himself, like just that ethnicity, that bodybuilder, so on. It is a
Oh no,
bulked man who is wearing essentially just like seems to be set of levers that just hang from his waist, It's not like just a loincloth. It is a full skirting, but there's nothing on the upper chest.
Gifton's eyes and the dropping of the draw.
And he gives a deep bow to Haya, and then sort of as he stands, he bows his head courteously towards you and James, and he just goes, "I'm Raphael, at your service."
You're honored, Raphael.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Listen,
getting
I've
to
been
my brain.
avoiding certain names as much as I can, but it's time.
My brain was, so where's Donatello? But
Donatello isn't an AEL.
Donatello.
Look, oh man, I just realized Raphael, they're clearly at odds with Mikey L.
Uh-huh.
If you wouldn't mind coming in with us, I believe Telde would like to speak with you. I apologize for taking you away from your services.
This is no problem. No ladyship. And he just inclines his head to Haya again first, as if like, please go before me. And Haya will head in.
I love watching you walk away.
And he follows her, and it looks like he's taking position much like any of the angels guarding their own gods would. Is that respectful behind the shoulder?
Mm-hmm.
And right, you can head on in with him, and
lead him to where Tilde and them are.
the moment you enter, you hear the supposed to be in here, big guy.
Yeah, we're in here. Hello.
And Raphael just inclines his head to the guard ever so slightly, and the guard goes, okay.
Hi, Mr. Guard person.
And where is Telde? Here asks.
He was
the-
talking to the lady.
She knows. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Were you? I'm
I
sorry.
thought she was asking me, but
She might have. Were you asking them?
I
Yeah, or
wasn't
were you-
asking anyone in particular.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let them answer.
I didn't want to step on your toes there, but which one was Telde?
The golden one with the big horn.
Yeah, the big metal fella. He's that room right there beside you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Did a great job.
Thanks.
Getting this man a promotion.
I'm just waiting for Hay to go when they're out of earshot. Is everything okay with him?
That
I am
man is
honestly
so
genuinely concerned about him.
chill. How chill are the dead? Yeah.
Okay, you can head on in, and yeah. God damn it! Want to start with the us?
Yeah, it's hard.
Telde and RG and Cassie. You will see these little entourage walk in. Hare and this new angel with Raziel and Gifton and Dingus.
This is Raphael, and this is
How's it going?
This is James, and I'm Gifton, and this is Haya,
And
that is Telde, and that is Cassiopeia Steelshot, and that is RG Alira.
And pleased to meet you all.
Good to meet me.
Hello.
Thank you for coming. Wait, ow. That's what I
Ow.
was going to ask. Sorry.
Oh, I was meaning to ask, Cat.
Walk for a moment.
I was meaning to ask, Cassie. You think everything's going to be okay with your mom, given that everybody knows?
The
No one in this time should know.
No.
the flare of
but-
Michael
He's 3 or
in
4,
the sphere.
Yeah, Morgani said that everybody knew when she got outside the ship.
Well, that's going to be a bad day because now we know probably who Periel's going to go after.
Michael is quite
Probably.
safe within the heavens right now.
I
So,
thought Michael would be in the hells right now.
Michael is safe.
I think
I
they're
hope Michael
safeguarding
isn't
Michael for
locked in a
you.
little box again.
No, it is known how important she is to you.
Okay. I didn't want to have to fight Orlon again. That hurt.
You didn't really. You got punched.
I almost got punched. There's a big distinction there. Almost got punched.
Ilan
If
stopped
it wasn't for Ilan, I would have been a
Raphael holds up his hand. It's not the sort of rude, like, silence children. It's just a sort of like, I was told I was needed.
Yes, Tilda, you wanted to speak with the Talon Angel. I have provides.
Yes, I wasn't quite expecting them both at the same time.
If it is more convenient for me to return at a later time, I can.
Just one moment, and I apologize. Is Demon Keller still outside with the shuttle?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
The shuttle's still out there. When I saw outside, but I haven't.
Cassiopeia, can you
Yes.
take this sheet of paper to that Keller and see if he can find out those coordinates and locate them? And
Yeah,
then come back here as quickly as possible.
Cass is going to grab her breastplate and put it back on and strap it down before she goes out.
You don't
Yes.
need to go there. Just confirm where they are.
No,
Going outside.
I've been shot already once today. Or
Do you
want to
borrow my James?
Not a breastplate.
Hmm?
Yes, you are. I've had the bucket.
Ah.
Well, Cass is going to grab her armor, throw it over her top, and grab the paper and trot out while she's strapping up.
Okay, you head on out.
Apologies, there were some things that I was meaning to follow up on before. I didn't
What are the
realize that you would
coordinates?
be so quick. So, as the ensign may explain to you in a moment,
By the way, Ensign petrified right now.
those are potential attack points that are within the city.
The room seems to rumble and darken slightly. You can
That
see
is
hair
why I'm
glowering.
looking to get the information confirmed for you.
Thank you, Tilde.
I'm going to rip out a few pages and
Should we get some
offer them.
angels and one ready to go to those locations?
That is why I'm getting them confirmed as soon as we have the coordinates. They will be up to you how we wish to respond.
I'll take care of it personally.
Okay. If we can help, we're here.
These sheets have a full report upon all of the actions that were taken. I'm going to hand a similar set of sheets to Raphael.
Mhm.
This also outlines the crimes that have been committed by the Sphinx Initiative.
Hey, sort of like barely glances over them. Like you see her just turn the sheets over. For her gaze refixes on the ensign. Raphael is giving them a lot of consideration. Like you can see, he's very carefully reading. Which is, quite a few of these can do things at quite some speed, but he seems to be very measured, slow.
I was curious about one thing. The Sphinx Initiative has been going through Talon to try and mediate all of this and trying to use that pathway to affirm their jurisdiction in this process. But from what we have been gathering on our own side, for one, they haven't really contacted us, but from what we've been gathering from the people that they have, many of them being stolen from other timelines and mind wiped and whatnot, I don't actually know if I can fully believe that they are the people of Heia's Sphinx, like our Heia. I don't know if there are timeline people. I don't know if they would have jurisdiction on us because they seem to be just taking people. So I don't know how they could actually exert any control or rights.
Is either of these individuals here? And Raphael's looking at the two uniformed ones willing to attest to this on a stand. And the chief medical officer just sort of nods her head and goes, I am willing to confirm what I can. And the ensign's just like sort of like quickly standing up, and she's nodding and going, yes. I'll say whatever you need. And Raphael actually frowns at that. Not whatever we need, the truth. But yeah, the truth of all of it.
So she's had a bit of a day.
She must collect herself then. We cannot have somebody unreliable.
Well, I know you are, and your god, are arbiters of justice. Heya does have formal claim upon them.
She, and she points at the chief medical officer, can attend to this. That one, she points at the ensign, and another that is where?
They're down the hallway with Carrick and Corvus. We had to tie them up
Yeah.
after they attacked Cassie and tried to blow up the room.
They are mine. There is to be
That
no.
would be... No, sorry. I don't want to interrupt her, please.
There is to be no trial of my peers joining in to judge their fates. They are mine and mine alone. They are mortal on my land, and I have the right. And Raphael just looks around and just inclines his head slightly.
That would be appropriate because this is the law of her land.
He has the right of it.
That would also be the one listed as providing weaponry to the rogue angel Puriel.
Also, I would question the right of the Sphinx Initiative to petition anybody other than Heya.
We can bring this up. It is generally agreed on that my father takes care of such matters, but if the ladyship wishes to take charge, I think that she has the right to that claim. And Heya actually frowns a little. I want to see to these two first. Certainly.
Of course.
Would you mind if I
This
take
is-
these?
This is a lot, and it's okay to take a moment to decide how you want to handle things. Yeah. You don't have to rush.
Those papers are for you.
Thank you.
Was there a question that you wanted to ask, Raphael?
A question?
No, I wish to provide this information
Oh,
to show that the actions being taken by an supposedly diplomatic group is undermining the peace,
This
and
does-
also the intent stated within the report as well.
Let's cast them into a negative light. We will see if they try to absolve themselves of this separate group or not. Accountability is very important to Father.
Mhm.
But that is all you need of me.
Yes, I just wished to provide the information as is appropriate.
I shall take it to Father and the rest, and you're likely to be
Yes.
called on.
may I ask,
Nodding.
in the history of the gods, how does it usually get handled when mortals actively act against the gods? What is punishment that is deemed suitable?
It is different for each god. Ilan takes a favouring to rebirth. a quick death and a chance at doing better next time round. Reincarnation. My father, it tends to be weighed on the severity of their crime, whether they are judged to be worthy of redemption or sent to the hells. You will find Hevos is more keen on severe punishment than Mairi. Mari often pities. Miris. There's just that, like, this whole shrug of the shoulders.
Nobody knows
No one
what
actually.
happens
Nobody
to
knows what
Mirces.
happens to Mirces. That's a kettle of fish nobody's got. Orlin.
You can imagine what Orlan demands.
Trial
by combat?
He just nods his head.
And is it considered ended for them at death?
Death for either party, or if there is no party, then if they defeat whatever creature he musters up, then...
I'm just saying the soul is not then damned
Ah.
in the combat.
Damnation still sometimes happens if they lose the combat. What plane of hell, though? That changes. He essentially gives them a chance to escape that fate, live on and correct things.
Thank you. It's good to hear different takes.
Yeah, Heya is frowning more now. Looks to be in fault. And he just he nods his head again before giving her a deep bow, giving the rest of you a... you know, these are very, very measured. Like, that bow he gave her was the exact same degree as it was last time. The bow he gives you and James, the exact same as it was last time.
Mm-hmm.
These are calculated by, like, degree of respect that should be shown.
If then it's just gonna very quietly at James. It's got really great abs.
Thank you. Raphael says,
You heard me.
my host was very proud of his physique. And he seems to leave it at that, like, ever so slight awkward pause after that, before just...
It has like a little bit of a titter and a blushing smile.
for farewell for now. He turns on his heels and leaves. As he opens the door and heads into a way, you hear like a before the door closes again.
Yeah. Guess it's just gonna look around at everybody and go, I'm never allowed to go to Talon's continent because I think it's made of blacksmiths and treachery.
I would like to speak with you all in private for a moment, Heya says.
Shall we see if we can get somebody to watch these people?
She looks over to the ensign, and you've had the gods through the whole affirming truth of who I am thing to you before. That statement of fact and undeniable truth. You get that feeling in the room as she just puts it into command of, don't leave. And the ensign just lets out, like, the most muffled squeak. Yeah.
There's a meep.
And seems to, like, glance at the chief medical officer, who just, even she, in her unflappable way, usual stance, is taken a bit back and just nods. And
would you mind, Martha, then taking over watching your patient?
Certainly. Maybe join him where he is.
Yeah, why don't the three of you get back together?
Hey, it just nods.
Is Cassie back yet?
Oh yeah, out at the shuttle. You can find Demon Steven. Oh god, actually, yeah. So you open up the shuttle door and there is music, Cassie. Instruments you've never heard before. Weird noises that defy explanation on how they're made. As he seems to be listening to some form of synth pop.
Strange amount of smoke coming out of the shuttle.
and he's just like
Cass is-
legs up on the console, just like bopping his hand in the air.
So who's strangling the
Oh!
wolf?
What? Oh, you scared the life out of me.
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, you got a point there. What can I do for you?
Well, Cass
I
holds up
really
the
shouldn't ask that at this point. I don't want to be roped into. What's this?
These I was told to give to you
Ah,
because
coordinates.
apparently the computer. Yeah, we
Is
need to
it-
know where those are immediately.
He's just sort of snapping them from you, and you see him starting to tap on the console. And then like he starts to go a bit slower as he's entering the coordinates. Right, 1, 5, 5, 7.
Cass doesn't. By the way, what do you prefer to be called? Do you want to be called Steven? Do you have another name?
Yeah, Keller.
Keller?
You can call me
Well,
Steven,
there's, like,
Steve, whatever you want.
Well, there's many of you. I mean, the other guy had a number for his name.
Stephen
He
Heller.
shot me. Just Steven Keller.
No, Stephen Heller.
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 Hella
Okay,
badass.
we can do that. By the way, who is actually strangling the? What is that? A groundhog?
What? No, that's a synthesizer.
A what?
Oh. There's that moment where he's distracted from what he's doing, as if like his hands go up as if like, here's something I'm passionate about, and I want to explain it to this primitive. Shit. Okay, later I need to introduce you to some. It'll blow your mind.
It'll change your life.
But
Great,
right.
stoner cast, just what we need.
Okay, here, referencing with a map of current day Tulia, here we go. And he brings it up on one of these, the view screen at the front.
Is there any way we can get this print on paper?
Computer, please replicate this on a sheet of plastic.
It's plastic.
Way more resilient than paper. Right, and yeah, the replicator hums a bit, and there you have a map with printed coordinates on it.
It's on like Mylar or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Thank you, Stephen. This is very important because apparently people are setting up bombs in places.
Shit.
Yeah. So, anyways, cheers. Thank you. And Cass is going to trot out. By the way, it now sounds like someone has grabbed an eagle and is throttling it.
I know.
Cass is
It's
going to
great.
disappear.
See you, horse girl.
And there's just a neigh as she goes by, and she kicks the backside of the.
Tonk.
Sorry.
She goes.
Hey, I
Not
got
the
3 more
pain.
payments on this one.
Sorry, you
And
missed the
Cass is
part
going
where
to
someone
go
was
tearing back through the building.
Yep.
strangling of horses.
Yeah, Cass will return about the time that the two are moving to join the injured prisoner. And the rest of you are sort of in the you actually standing within that room as she wants you. Yeah, you see Cass coming in. The guard goes, "Welcome back."
Hey, thank you.
And you can all gather in the room
Having
with
a good day.
all right.
And Cass is going to come in and just set down the paper by Hea. These
plastic.
are where these are where the things are supposedly.
Why does this feel so weird on my feet?
Oh dear. All right. Hea looks at it, and her gaze darkens.
At this point, are we all together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of you can see the markings, and she just points and goes, "One of my food providers, one of the sanctuaries for the beasts that we try to help grow. With my nursery complexes and a temple." I'm going to wipe them out.
We are.
I was wondering what I wanted to do with those two. Whether I should take
Are we
heed
in
of my...
private, I'm guessing?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we're in private.
Take heed of my uncle and give them a second chance, be better people in the next lives. Or whether I want them to hurt. But more than that, I just want them gone.
I've thought about it. We will accomplish that with our plan. That's why they're trying these extreme measures to stop us.
I can't wait. Tell me, what do they deserve? Death is going to happen. But beyond that,
For the chief medical officer, she's useful.
she stays. I've already promised her that she can make up for her deeds in her life. The other two,
For the ensign, she deserves pity, not mercy.
pity. Why would I pity her?
Because she is pitiful.
And the other one,
Pitiful.
Death is not a threat to him. He already tried it.
Yeah, we saw that.
and as she asked, why is the ensign pitiful?
Does she have family? Does she have children?
She has a
Sure.
father. She thought that she was going to
In the
do...
future, do people not have mothers? Does she have two fathers at least?
I don't care
you
about
just-
her family.
Oh.
She just wanted a better life. But she never questioned what she was doing. She never filed a single complaint. She never stood up about it.
And she was aware. She holds up the paper.
And she passed on all of it. She was complicit.
Why would she be complicit for something like this?
Because she is a pitiful, spineless worm.
Wow. So it wasn't because they had anything on her, they threatening her, or she was scared. She just
Greed.
didn't care to stop it. I'm sorry, what did you say, Hea?
I think she said read.
Greed.
Read the document.
No,
read
greed.
what
Greed.
Oh, greed.
Greed.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
okay. Yeah.
Not for a particularly wealthy cause, just a better life.
And the other one, was he aware?
I know he was aware of Puriel's actions to an extent. He was helping fuel them, as mentioned there.
They've been doing
But
stuff with
he would
Puriel?
not tell me anything.
What have they been doing with Puriel?
It was I wasn't there.
I wasn't there, that's why I have to ask this
Supplying
character.
him. Supplying Puriel with weaponry.
So
Items,
Puriel's running around with
knowledge.
weapons?
We don't even know exactly what. Just knowledge and supplies.
Oh.
And has he shown any remorse for what he's done?
No.
Thinks
He
he's
seems-
justified.
He
He's
seems to
being
be
a-
doing the opposite.
He is being a proud soldier right now and digging his heels in. I think he is trying to stand for what he believes in.
Then I think I know what I want of both of them. Or has she shown remorse? Is it true?
She was crying.
Is
I
it
don't
for
know what that
herself or
means.
for her deeds?
I don't know.
It
You
is
would
more
have to
for
ask her.
herself. She's ashamed, but I'm not sure if she would do it again. And I'm not sure I could get an honest answer because I'm not sure she really knows.
Then
And you saw what she did when all of you were there. She wants to appease.
for her,
She's a scared little mouse, honestly.
death and the potential for salvation afterwards. I think he actually grits her teeth as if like she's forcing herself to be more reasonable than she wants. Death and rebirth.
Garrick's gonna nod.
But if I just not a strong enough message.
Who are you sending the message to?
Anyone who would dare strike at my people. How do I make them? And she actually just puts her hands to her head.
It
the
is
case-
not weakness. Oh,
Go ahead.
I'll let you go, Carrick.
In the case, at least, of these people, I don't think anything we do to these two will do anything to those above them.
She doesn't care about that. She cares about the people of this time, her siblings, followers, people that may try something in the future.
It is not weakness to speak to the other gods and ask them their opinion.
No. She just shakes her head. No, I'm going with what I feel. Death and rebirth. And a clean wipe of her soul. Life is done. She's not going to be wasted. That'll be the message. Sent back with their representatives.
I didn't catch that last part.
She'll be sent back with their representatives.
What about the other one?
I promise no eternal damnation, and I'll stick to that, but he deserves to burn.
Out of character.
He has already.
Guys, pretty Ah,
I hate to say it, but to be fair, known for unimaginable amounts of cruelty. You can keep somebody in pain for quite a long time.
How long is too long? She directs that at you, Telde.
How many victims?
Yeah.
1 year for each victim he shall burn.
Does this
Decade.
does this count the potential? Yeah.
Nothing.
Taps the map. In that case, you're alone. Have killed 85 children, not even counting the carers. Yeah, at least another 100 people. Have killed hundreds of my people. Here for a life. I find this acceptable.
And I suggest one other aspect. I do not expect it to matter, but in the name of potential mercy, to show that people can perhaps change, recognize the error of their ways. After each year, ask whether they regret it, whether they repent. Give them the opportunity.
Ten years.
That is fair.
At the end, they will be completely mad. Give them the gift of rebirth then.
He just slowly nods. I'm not going to condemn him to the actual hells. I don't have enough control there. I take it more. My angels. You can make him his own personal hell.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Fey Lord and Hexenreich. Never mind.
Oh, you
I thought that Fey Lord
Morris.
was down here in
Oh,
Saham,
what,
but
Morris?
that- Morris, yeah. No, he's in Hexenreich, so that won't really work.
Oh God! Just let him prescribe
Yep.
how the guy dies continuously. Ugh.
Yep. Yep. Give Morris his test bed.
So yesterday we tried this. Today we're going to do this. No, please. Oh yes.
May I request one thing?
What?
Add a year for your daughter.
What was that, Gittin?
Add a year for your daughter. And
Her teeth actually grit at that, and she goes, he deserves 1,000 years for her.
That's
I
what
know.
she's worth.
I know, but other people still have to pay for her eventually.
yes.
Let him pay his bit on it.
She just nods. Oh. Do I hand him over to yours? Or do I?
Oh, I was just saying that it can be done. If you want us to do it, I could ask.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna take, I wasn't gonna take the justice that you wanted away.
She seems
but-
hesitant for a moment before going, I wouldn't want to force that responsibility onto any of your recovering family. One will
I mean,
handle
most of the
it.
time they do it and they'll forget it. Is kind of the thing.
Unreliable.
Oberon kind of forgot about the Stevens for a while and lit him on fire for like a day.
Then my angels will handle it.
They need to if you wish to send a message by any other's hands. It won't.
Would that be as effective?
My angels will suffice.
Nodding.
Carrick will not also.
Sounds good.
I would hate for this to be their first duty.
All duties must start somewhere.
She actually does seem hesitant.
It doesn't seem right to teach them to hurt people first, though. I'll do it. I'll watch. I'll be here a long time,
No,
and I can handle it for a while.
no,
Let me do it,
no.
please.
Gift him.
I love you too much. No. I can't make my angels do it either.
I don't want you doing it.
That is only right. I am the one that demands this punishment.
The one that lays down the punishment should wield the
How
axe.
how is it even done? I mean, do we just? Is it something you could make that we could just activate and then
I
it would
will
take care of itself,
create a
and then we could watch it?
I will create a plane that I will monitor and uphold.
I could make a place in the Feywild. We
This is my justice. It shall be by my hand. In the girl. I want to make it quick for her.
Corvus will turn and go get her.
Do you want Martha here to witness it?
Yes.
We'll have one of the Furmirians watch the unconscious man.
Okay.
Several.
Right. You can
Yeah.
arrange for the Fomerians to watch over the lieutenant as Martha and Eliza are brought in.
Mhm.
And Martha, the moment she steps into the room, seems to pick up on the vibes. Her face falling, then hardening.
Mhm.
Eliza starts looking around frantically and going, "So we're here to talk about how I can make this up, right? How I can show how sorry I am."
We're here to talk about your forgiveness.
Her eyes light up, hopefully, for a moment, and in that moment of hope, Hea just snaps her fingers, and she falls dead.
It was the kindest thing I could do.
More than she deserved. Thank you.
Where will she be reborn?
She'll be reborn to one of my priestesses. She'll be taken care of for a while, and then maybe she'll be kept. I don't know.
It'll play out how it'll play out.
She has a fresh slate. And she has every chance for love. Right?
Can everybody give me perception checks? Actually, insight checks is more
Perception, I
correct.
just say perception. or
Insight. Wow.
Burning another one of the wheels today. We're 3 in.
Wow.
Okay, we're riding it. 33 for
Okay.
me.
Missing.
Tell day.
Tell that.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Cassie,
Distracted to see
distracted by
elements.
like, yeah, fuck these people.
Another kick in the body.
The rest of you rolling above a 30. What the fuck? Can catch the sudden look of sickness, fear, apprehension. That what am I doing? What am I doing? In Hayer's eyes.
How
It-
far is she away from the rest of us?
Standing amidst you all.
I'm going to put
Arju,
my hand on her shoulder. I think Archie might be doing something similar.
Yeah.
Arju goes the
If
same thing,
you
just
wa-
kind of pat on the back.
if it's okay if you want your people to know that you are hard but merciful. This doesn't have to be any harder if you don't want it to be.
Okay, with that, I would like a group persuasion check. Majority of success or failure determines this.
I'm going to spend a luck point. Down 2 now.
I subtract part of mine to give to someone else.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm spending
Oh,
a card.
for fuck's sake,
I'm
Carrick.
spending a card. Jesus Christ.
I am good at I am good at charisma.
I'm trying to luck on mine too, because kind of.
Unfortunately,
Wow.
I'm the negative here. How's it going?
All right. I'm doing
Actually,
I'm doing this.
Hold on.
I can't give myself advantage, so
Where's
I
that
close my
one?
character sheet, so I have to go all the way back here and get that back open again because I got a card out.
Also,
I can't believe how low I rolled.
No, of course I'm there. Hey, sir.
Archie,
here.
roll your d20 again.
I'm not sure I have any input
I'm
on this.
fickle favoring RG.
Oh wait, I have that magic item that lets me redo certain rolls. What kind of rolls was that? Shit.
Clockwork's attacks.
Clockwork. God damn it, Clockwork never works for me ever. It's always I remember it at the wrong time.
Right, Marcus,
I gotta
non-participation will be counted as failure. If you want that to be how it is. DC
Right,
is 20, guys.
Got it.
Okay.
I can re-roll mine, but mine's still probably going to be a failure. So
Can I also spend a wheel on
that.
Cassie? I don't know if I could do that at the
You
same
rolled a
time.
4.
I don't think so.
So I'm expending a card.
Unfortunately, I'm out of.
There we
if
go.
I've not gotten a rest. I'm out of the ability to
So
help other people.
Corvus is just behind everyone. His hands are in his coat
I
pocket.
think I can.
So, yeah.
Dingus
Like,
get a roll?
Corvus doesn't want to try and save
Actually, Dingus might make it worse.
Dingus doesn't get a roll, but I think it's important that Reziel does.
Yell, come on, help
It
us.
I
does.
mean, I rolled a natural 1, so I'm pretty sure
I
it's
don't
very
suppose
evident of Corvus's-
Telde
Oh.
can turn.
Fuck.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, Raz.
Baz is up there with me.
James, thank God you're here with Kirk.
Yeah, I'm not
Telde.
sure if I
No
can
free success
justify
right
a
now.
bardic on this one.
Yeah.
I've been trying to think of an excuse too, but
Yeah, but you're good anyways. So, oh, you mean for someone
but
else?
a bardic would be for somebody
For someone
else.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I ever use my bardic? I would have been out of
kinda
time
relevant
anyways.
by now.
I'm like, I'm just going boost a
Okay.
point too higher. It would have been funny.
As Haya stands there, the most subtle of trembles running through her body, your presence around her, James even comes up and concern and love for this girl he worked so hard to try and free, places his hand on her shoulder. You see her face break as tears roll down the Scott's cheeks, and she just goes, I can't do this. I can't do this.
I'm gonna flap over and give her a hug. Okay, baby. It's okay.
And
People, you're not like this.
as the god weeps at having killed someone not in the heat of the moment, as has been done many times by her and all of you, but just having someone at her mercy and choosing their death. That is where we're going to end this week's session.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, happy fun times, everybody. Everybody take a cool 3,000 experience points. Actually, we're going to up that to 4,000. You did, like, get into a minor scuffle with a robo man.
I'm sorry, that wasn't a scuffle. That was him slapping me and me deciding to trample all over him.
You shot a red shirt until he died.
No, she didn't. She shot a red
Alright,
shirt.
you shot
until
a
I
red
touched
shirt nearly to death. You. Alright, we get piety. Do we get Heya piety?
Oh, yeah, look, everybody can have 10 shiny Heya piety.
10? Holy shit.
125.
I was expecting negative Heya piety for everyone.
Okay.
I'm at now.
Do we get a regular +1 generic piety or no?
Well, we didn't really have.
He asked me really nicely.
Could we please have one piety that we get to choose where it goes to?
Sure.
To?
I would
I
almost
was just
say,
saying you're just going to
say
have
this one. Telde should get a Talon piety because
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
he investigated the.
Is
crap out of that.
everybody willing for Telde to get a freebie Talon piety?
I think that's appropriate.
Then Telde, you can have a freebie Talon piety.
Thank you.
I think he epitomized that tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we were all really pleased with how well he did on that. Man, this is hard now. I'm gonna take it to 40 Heya piety, but I don't know if we're gonna go to 50 Heya piety, but we'll see.
We need at least 2 more games that give us piety so I can get 10 in Hevos and Murray to kind of at least have 10 both of theirs.
We will do the same time next week.
Yeah.